Now launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
Although sometimes in the fall they do, because they put those dumb flowering bushes right by the drive-through speaker.
That's right.
And you get the fall time where the bees know they're about to die because it's getting cold out and they're ornery, and you roll down your window and say, "Can I have a...
How's that again? How's it go?
Excuse me, can I have a big...
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak. And I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
Oh, it's the segment that's not a segment. Yikes. At 4:34. Jason's beef. At 5:34. Jason is still dealing with leaky house.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Still. No good.
He's also getting ready to go to Italy.
Oh.
So he's got to fix the leaky house
Right.
before he goes.
And then presumably after that, he'll stop at Arby's to get some roast beef sandwiches for the plane. Because that's what people want when they're flying intercontinental, is just bring in some Arby's, some hot beef right on the plane.
First of all, I just like the term intercontinental.
I know. As soon as I said it, I thought, I hope he brings a belt.
The honky-tonk man is there. I had some Arby's this weekend.
Did you really?
Beef and cheddar.
So did we.
Solid.
We had Arby's, and I got to tell you, I love Arby's, okay? You know I love Arby's.
Uh-oh. I feel like something's coming now.
Buddy, listen.
Not cheap.
We've talked about the fast food prices. We've talked about how the fast food people are doing here. After we had some stuff going on, we went with soccer practice, soccer game. Stop at an Arby's. My wife did not get a combo. I got a combo. My middle daughter got a combo. And then the other two children and my wife each got a total of 5 roast beef sliders. One for the littlest one, the other.
All right, so not the full-size sandwiches.
The little sliders.
Sliders, yeah, got it.
2 extra fries, 2 extra drinks. That's all we did, okay? 2 combos, 2 extra drinks, 2 extra fries, 5 sliders.
How much?
$45. Not. We bought 5 combos, and they all came. No, that would make sense for $9 a combo times 5 would be $45. We didn't even buy combos. The combos are more than that. It would probably have been $60 if we'd have done that. Man, now I want some combos. I know. I said the word combo a lot there too. That's unfortunate by me. I'm just saying. I don't know. That's a little bit too much.
Buckle up, buddy.
I know.
It's not getting any better.
I'm very aware.
I'm just saying, look, your favorite shirt at the mall, that may go down in price. But fatty's got to eat.
Oh, no kidding.
I mean, people bitch and moan, but they know. Fatty's got to eat.
That's right.
I watched the Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
This weekend. And I enjoyed it. For the first time in my entire life, I enjoyed it.
How many
Mystic
times?
Dan.
Well, talk about that finish.
Mystic Dan.
We talked about Mystic Dan the other day on the show. We mentioned that he was a fun name.
I wasn't rooting for him, though.
No, but I was.
I wasn't rooting for him. I was rooting for Just the Tip.
Was that the name of... That was not a horse. What was it called?
Just the Tip.
It wasn't Just the Tip. No. I don't have the Derby list in front of me.
Just a touch?
Just a touch. That's right.
Just a touch of love. Just a touch of love.
See, I thought you would go more your guy, Aaron Neville. The touch, the feel of cotton. You didn't go there.
Oh. The touch, the feel of cotton.
Oh, we're going to get a trademark for that, a little copyright violation.
Get out of here. I'm saying
it's too close. It's too close. You're going to fool all the...
I'll tell you, here's why I enjoyed
all the bots.
Here's why I liked it.
Okay.
Because I've never watched it before with 3 screaming girls who all picked a horse.
3?
So I have my daughter and I have my 2 nieces.
Oh, okay.
They're there.
Okay.
And they all picked a horse. They were looking forward to this. They were ready. They had their horse, and they're just screaming. Like, I imagine Scotty Vegas was screaming, but for a completely different reason. This was just innocent girls picking a horse. Scotty Vegas is saying, my kid's not going to go to college.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Like Scotty Vegas, some of the stuff he posts where he's like, look at what I won. It's like, what if his kid gets into Harvard, I think he's good.
Can I tell you something? Everybody who posts the look what I won thing, they don't post the look what I lost.
I know. I'm just saying he's posting a lot of look what I won.
Because let me tell you something. Scotty Vegas still works here.
For now.
There's a reason why.
For now.
He works here, and he's not just a professional gambler.
I tell you, that's like one of my, if I could bet on that, my bet is that at some point Scotty Vegas walks in one day and just does the Kramer. Just slaps his resume down and says, I'm out. And then, like,
all right,
you say,
let's
why?
put odds on that. Let's do the Scotty Vegas odds thing on that. Odds that he comes in, slaps it down, and says, you know what? I'm a professional gambler now. I make too much money for this.
Right.
I'm out. Or we don't hear or see him for 4 days. We call, and it turns out he was whacked. He's dead.
Okay.
I'm putting odds on dead.
So it's whacked or not whacked? Is that what we're doing?
No, rich.
Oh, rich
or whacked.
Rich or whacked.
Rich. It's a show on Boston Sports
That's also
Radio.
the name of
Rich or whacked.
That's the name of the guy who did the OSU commencement speech this year. Rich or whacked.
Yeah, they had some stuff going on.
That dude was
yesterday.
weird.
First of all,
that was oof.
Our condolences.
Oh yes,
to
of
the
course.
person who died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Someone fell from the stands yesterday, and then I guess they just kept on it going.
Well, yes, I guess from what I saw of where the scene was where this happened, it was near the bell tower. So near, if you're looking at it from football only perspective, which of course I understand, that would be like the side where Ohio State typically runs into their locker room. That area, I guess, someone unfortunately fell, or we're not sure how they were on that side of the stadium and then tragically fell to their death.
I know, but they didn't even stop anything.
I guess.
Like, oh, look, he hit the pavement. Keep going.
I don't. Yeah. I do feel like, again, I've never run anything like that. I've never had someone die at an event I've been a part of, to my knowledge.
There's people dying listening to us right now.
Well, right. But we don't know about it. What I'm saying is I feel like that would be something that should be acknowledged. It's like, hey, before our commencement speaker gets up here, we just want to say that we are sorry to hear that sadly someone has fallen, and we don't know much, but unfortunately that person has not made it, and our thoughts are with them, and we dedicate the rest of this ceremony to them. In fact, all of you here, go forward in your lives and think about that person who we don't know.
We dedicate the show to this person.
Yeah, just a little dedication.
May they rest in peace. Now, here's our weird speaker who's going to talk about Bitcoin.
He's going to ask you to sing This Little Light of Mine and take your shirt off or something. He was weird.
Who was this guy?
I don't know. He was, it wasn't, I have to go look it back up again because I've lost his name. But the guy, in looking him up, he didn't have like a ton of, it's not like he's a big influential guy. It looks like he's an entrepreneur.
He's the commencement speaker at the Ohio State graduation ceremony. He's got to have some sort of cred.
Hang on, I'll look him up.
I'm just saying, can't we get somebody else? Somebody bigger? This is the biggest university in the country when it comes to alumni.
They've had, I mean, everybody from...
Dig up Bob Hope.
Well,
just put his corpse up there.
I know, dotted the I.
I know that.
Did he do a commencement address?
But I'm just saying, we should have famous people lining up to speak. I'm available.
Oh, I don't think they want people who've graduated from college to do commencement speeches, don't they?
First of all, give me an honorary degree.
Well, that's all these not
people,
the same.
All these famous people have honorary degrees.
Yes, but some of them also did go to like the school, or they've gone to a school and completed graduation.
I went to a graduation ceremony. My buddy was graduating. I went to a graduation ceremony. Russell Simmons was the commencement speaker. He didn't graduate from college, and he didn't go to that school.
Fair enough. That's fair. Whoever this guy was, he apparently was an OSU alum. They said he's a social entrepreneur. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. What's his name? I'm going to look him up.
I can't find it. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look. Okay, hang on.
We really came prepared.
I'm sorry. I had it, and then I've lost it here. I don't know what his name is. Oh, here we go.
Just staring at me.
It's is it Chris? Is this guy's name? Where is the name everybody's talking about? His last name's Pan. I know it's Pan. I don't know his first name. It's not Peter. I just say everything is like Pan said this, Pan said that, Pan. Where is his first name? Why can I not find this guy? Chris? Is it Chris Pan?
Well, here comes Ted now.
Christopher
Pan. Thank you, Ted.
Jesus.
All right. Anyway, so Chris Pan is who they had do the speech, and apparently he was like a social entrepreneur who I looked him up. Now, again, this doesn't mean anything, right? But on Twitter/X, where I guess he does pretty well, like as far as a lot of his commencement address was talking about, Bitcoin. I mean, that's Twitter.
I'm sure he's rich. I got it.
He had 1,200. He has like 1,200 followers on Twitter, which is, again.
Well, Twitter's not the hot platform anymore.
Okay.
What about the Gram?
The Gram, I tried to look up his Instagram. It appears to have been deleted. I couldn't see if it is still around. The one that I found that looked like it was his at one point, but then it looked like it was deleted, seemed to have like 6,000 or 7,000 people on it. Maybe I'm wrong. I also saw that there's a guy with his name on LinkedIn who has like 6,000 subscribers or followers or whatever you have on LinkedIn. So again, sounds like someone who has, like I would expect.
He has his own website. I'm reading it now.
Okay.
It says about me.
Sure.
By the way, it's chrispan.com.
Okay.
My mission to help 1 billion people find emotional, spiritual, and financial freedom.
Okay.
We will heal, learn, and build a new earth together using evidence-based proven approaches such as singing and intention setting. We will put theory into practice to be the change we want to see.
Okay.
So this guy's like a Bitcoin life coach.
Yeah.
That's what this guy is.
He has 16,000 followers. Here's his Instagram. 16,000 on Instagram is what it is. It says his bio on Instagram, listen, empathy, forgiveness, and a heart emoji. Founder of a couple of companies, social entrepreneur, investor, transformation facilitator, Harvard MBA, FB, I don't know what that means, Pepsi, OSU. So
there's a lot of them. I'm
Harvard MBA.
Like
I'm
his
also
speeches.
I'm on Facebook. I drink Pepsi. I went to Ohio State. I don't know what the rest of that means. Thank you, Chris Pan.
There's a lot of hand raising, and then the crowd always has their hands up. This looks a lot like the churches that you grew up in.
Oh, yeah, very much so. I could see that.
Except just sub out one religion for another.
Yeah. Well, in either case, let him live. He seems like he's having a good time on all his socials. He looks, he's got the T-shirt and jeans entrepreneur thing going, right? Where he looks like he can wear whatever he wants around. He's like a handsome mang.
He's got the answers to life.
People pay him to come in and give speeches.
I love people that have all the answers, and I'm glad that he has it.
Good for him.
Next year, I'm available for you.
Oh, could you imagine?
And the topic is your life is going to suck with me, the common man.
The topic is, have you seen Arby's lately? Or what?
I tell you what, I get more response. What's the deal with the fast food prices, huh? Huh? It's a good thing you got a degree from Ohio State.
Right.
You're going to need it.
Yeah. So anyway, good for him. Pulling everyone, I guess, to get in there and give that speech.
Big comeback this weekend. We'll talk about it, and I wasted 3 hours of my life this weekend as well. We'll talk about that. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's some stop-and-go traffic causing a 5-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the west side between Central Avenue and 315. And we have another 5-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between 71 and 23. This report is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. I'm Nicole for 97.1. The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
We see it every day. A guy comes into the men's clinic and guess what? The pills quit working, or they're sick of the side effects. And you know what else we see? Guys not confident in their relationship. At Columbus Men's Clinic, we're the leaders in bedroom confidence. Understanding if you even need ED or low T treatment should be the first step. And the next should be choosing the treatment or treatment combination to build your confidence. Our urologist and physician group is offering professional, modern treatments with success rates as high as 92% and decades of experience. Our doctors are not going to send you an email with what might work for most people. We are results-driven. Concierge. You don't pay for medication, it's included, but you invest in the time it takes to get you where you want to be. We've built an experience with discretion that takes the worry out of going to the doctor. In fact, we've normalized it for guys all over Columbus. Come see our friendly team in Columbus and find out why we've been #1 in men's health for years. Get a consultation and low T blood work with results on your first visit for $99. Get your confidence back in the bedroom and beyond. Go to columbusmensclinic.com and book your appointment today. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com.
Instant classics are exciting, but true legends have impact over time. Like how Plant Moran has been counted on by companies and clients for the past 100 years. Counted on for advice by the workwear brand you zip up every day. Counted on for guidance by the zoos and aquariums inspiring the next generation. Counted on for a holistic approach by those growing, protecting, and sharing their wealth. From accounting to tax, consulting to wealth management, we're built year after year on the stories and success we help others achieve. Here's to the next 100 years of Plant Moran. Count on us.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off BX23S tractors.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota construction equipment, or check them out online at columbusequipment.com.
The Memorial is coming, and we'll be there, and you'll be there, and we'll all be, you get the point. The Fan is broadcasting live from the Memorial.
Sponsored by Ohio for Responsible Gambling and Orthopedic One.
The Fan.
I'm Kelly Burris, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. If you're a business owner, navigating through divorce presents unique challenges. You're thrust into a world where every penny you've earned is examined and your assets are on the line. These situations demand a tactical defense rooted in nuanced financial expertise. When your life's work is at stake, you need a partner who's as invested in your case as you are in your business.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Legend has it, underneath the NJM insurance offices lies a mysterious room of long-forgotten, moldy mascot memorabilia. Often pitched by ad agencies, always rejected by NJM. Is it real? We may never know. But what is real is NJM's dedication to doing what's right for their customers. Astoundingly, they're proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Learn more at njm.com.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Now there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage, available at Navage.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Skies are cloudy with showers pushing in. We'll see some widespread rain across the metro between 11 o'clock and into 1 p.m. After that, showers gradually move out. We look a lot drier this evening with a chance for a couple rumbles of thunder just to the south of the metro. Temperatures today starting in the 60s, already back to the mid to upper 60s. We'll see highs this afternoon in the lower 70s. Columbus topping out at 73. I'm meteorologist Madison Reich with your Dopplerton forecast on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Let me tell you something, buddy. I have at my desk right now the smallest extra large piece of clothing ever produced. A Crystal Palace soccer jersey. They're on right now. They're playing Manchester United. Mm-hmm. They're up 1-0. The Palace, the Eagles. Since I bought that jersey, they have not lost a game.
Look at you.
They know. I may have to go turn that thing and put it on.
Well, you know what? You should. They're up 1-0 right now, and yeah, I guess
Manchester United. What a bunch of frauds.
Ask Brandon Beam about that. He'll agree with you.
Garbage.
Beam is like you are with the White Sox with Manchester United, except like on game day, then he'll get all hyped up and excited. But then he instantly knows, like, if you ask him point blank, what's your team going to do? He'll say, 3-1 loss today. Like, he'll...
See, that's really interesting about him because, like, he's that way with his soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
He's not rose-colored glasses guy with Buckeyes.
Yeah.
He's very realistic. But yet when he talks about the Chicago Bears, it's always they're winning the Super Bowl.
I know. He's on the... like season ticket holder list, I think,
season ticket holder list,
not season ticket, the wait list. He is on the wait list. He pays money every year.
He lives in Columbus.
I know, but I get the vibe that if he ever got the opportunity to buy season tickets, he would, and he would go out there for at least a good number of the games. I know he's been quite a few times, but yeah, man, he's a huge Bears fan, as I'm sure lots of people from Chicago are. But
no, I know, but my point is they've done nothing. They've won nothing for him in his lifetime.
Right.
Yet he's got Manchester United, loves/hates them. They've actually won titles.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
The Ohio State Buckeyes, they've actually won titles.
Right.
And he's very realistic/negative about the prospects of those two teams. The Bears have won nothing for him. And it's always, they're great, Super Bowl.
He's just one human, right? He's just his own man. I'm not trying to read too much into this.
He's a unique person.
But, what I will say, though, is I think maybe that explains a little bit about what we see sometimes is you and I, when it comes to the Buckeyes, very cynical, very much like, oh, yeah, they won by 40, but they played a garbage team.
I don't like the word cynical. We know what the expectations are, what the end goal should be.
Well,
and we won't settle for anything less than that.
On the opposite side of cynical is whatever it is that allows you to go, we won by 40, yay, who cares about next week? Who cares about any other implications from this game? Who cares that this or that didn't look good? Yippee, this was fun, and can just live in the moment. We tend to be very forward-looking on, yes, this team looks good right now, but this doesn't mean anything until they play some of these other teams. We got to find out about bigger tests.
Right.
But with the Bears, to your point, Beam is the opposite. He is that. Live in the moment, just have fun. We don't know what's going to happen with this team. Just have fun with it while it's there. And I find that that's a lot of what, maybe it's just because you lose so much. After a while, it's like, hey, we never won anything anyway. Not that he can remember. He wasn't around in 85. Hell, I barely was around in 85. You barely were around there. I'm just saying, he's never seen it. So maybe for him, it's easier to just enjoy the moments that are good because they're fleeting. Like Jackets fans.
No, please.
They're fleeting.
God, I was hoping.
It's just, we're just happy to be here. It's just a lot of fun. And so we're just all enjoying it. Who cares? Win a Stanley Cup? What even is a Stanley Cup? You might as well describe to me like Turks and Caicos. I've never been there either. I don't know what that's like. I can look at some pictures of other people going there. Looks fun, but I can't visualize myself there because I've never done it. And that's where I think Jackets fans are. It's like, that's nice. Don't tell me about the travel brochure. Tell me what's fun right now in my city. That's where the Jackets, if they win a game, great. Who cares if they didn't win 5 in a row? They won this one and we're here.
Cavs come back from 18, beat the Magic in Game 7.
Yeah, that was
that.
Well, that was quite the comeback. And there was a number that I saw for old Donovan Mitchell, who had a tremendous point total in Game 6, which they lost.
Did he have 50?
Yeah, he had 50. He scored more than half their points. I think they only ended up with like 96. But then he followed that up with almost 40 in Game 7, 39. 89 points over the final 2 games of this series, second most in Games 6 and 7 in NBA history. Only one guy had more. His name, Allen Iverson.
Let him live.
That was a guy who was literally dragging a team to the finals when he did that in 2001. So Donovan Mitchell is not quite to that point, but he did have some quotes after the game where he said, I'm sick of losing in the first round. We worked too hard for this. I wasn't going to let us lose this game. All right. Well, he came out, did what he had to do, and got them over the hump in this one. Now they get to go face the Celtics.
Chances?
You know what? Not bad.
Yeah?
I'm not saying the Celtics are the best team in the East. What I do like about this matchup, now that Kristaps Porzingis is not playing for the Celtics, they are a bit of a different team. So I think that could bode a little bit better for this Cavs team. They do not have one of the most dynamic coaches in all of the NBA for the Celtics. So I don't think JB's going to get out-coached in this series either. I think it could be just it comes down to who wants it more. And if you give me Donovan Mitchell or Jayson Tatum in crunch time, Teddy, I give you Donovan Mitchell or Jayson Tatum in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Who it's at least a 50-50, if not probably going Donovan Mitchell, right?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, everybody I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of the experts that say, Jayson Tatum, he's one of the greatest players ever. And when it comes down to crunch time, though, he quite hasn't done it recently.
He's one of those guys who's now reached the level where we criticize him because we know he's excellent.
Yes.
But then in crunch time in the playoffs, what do? And so Donovan Mitchell does show us that in crunch time now, he's starting to do some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think that's at least a toss-up there when your two best players go head-to-head in crunch time, if they can get it to that point. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough series for sure.
Had the Tom Brady roast this weekend on Netflix. I watched it just for research purposes, and I wanted to die. Look, there were some funny moments. Who was it? Nikki Glaser? She was pretty funny.
Nikki Glaser's awesome. She
was funny.
Pretty good job in all these roasts that I've seen her in.
But this to me was like, I've never been a big that too. I've never been a big fan of these roasts because I know where the comedy is going to be centered, and I like to just be surprised.
Sure.
When in reality, with something like this, you know exactly what you're going to get. We got Tom Brady family work-life balance jokes. Check. Some were funnier than others. We had celebrities stand up who had their lines written for them by professionals. Great.
Yeah.
I was upstairs today talking to Heather and Max up there. Heather and Max is the same person.
Yes. Max and
Max.
Who? Max and Lulu?
Max and Lulu, and Jen Winters up there, and Jen had said, Peyton Manning was very funny. Yes, his delivery was very funny. He wrote nothing.
Right. I'm with you.
Other people gave him those words. He went out there and he put the words together, which is more than I could say for Ben Affleck.
Or I thought Julian Edelman looked a little bit he was.
They were all drunk.
Lost in the sauce.
They're on something.
Yeah. Listen, I like a roast as much as anyone. I think the best thing you can do with a roast, I know this was supposed to be the biggest roast ever, all that stuff. From a comedy standpoint, for me, you got to put that in an actual theater that holds less than 5,000 people.
Maybe make it less than 3 hours, too. It's like the home run derby. It's just the same thing over and over again.
Well, you know what? Those Comedy Central roasts that you watch, I think those never went more than 2 hours. You know why? Because they cut out an hour of fat.
I was going to say, maybe they did, but they cut them down.
That's what I mean. They probably, when they taped it, were well over 3 hours. But they trimmed out the stuff. They made little transitions to make it look like more people laughed than they did. And they got rid of just some of the clunkers. That's all. And I think that's unfortunately what happens with these Netflix. This was live, so there's no way they could do that. You can tell even Kevin Hart looked nervous. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Ha ha! Like he's just so like he just shot out of a cannon. If he's not
selling a credit card, he doesn't know what to do.
But he has had great stage performance as a stand-up for many, many years. This one, you could tell he was a little bit even there, thrown by the fact that this is worldwide on Netflix, live, no filter, no nothing. It's all right there for you.
All right, there's two things about Tom Brady that I need you to explain for me.
Okay.
Because I'm clueless. I don't understand. Please tell me. That's next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch for a disabled vehicle on the right shoulder of southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt at Easton Way. And we have a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward, like banners, flyers, signs, and catalogs, some even same day. And now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Offer ends 6/1. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted best credit union for the past 6 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
Hey guys, let's talk game. We watch the games, we talk about the games, but how's your game? Testosterone therapy can help you get back to your best. And there's no better time to get started than this spring. I recommend Low T Center. It's where I get my levels checked. At Low T Center, they'll make it quick and easy. You walk in, take a simple blood test, and get your results in about 25 minutes. So if you often feel tired, noticing weight gain and loss of muscle mass, you may have low T levels. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause instead,
We got 7.
And here's our number 1.
Sunny Street Cafe, a bright spot for breakfast and lunch.
Now with 8 locations.
Hey, it's Bobby. When you have a large investment like a new roof, you want to work with a company you can trust. One with 30 years of experience and hundreds of 5-star Google reviews, 0 complaints with the BBB. That's Newman Roofing. So go check them out at newmanroofing.com or give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF.
Common Man here. Let me tell you about my new friends, Sell for 1% Realtors. This is a new company for me. They were interested in working with me, so they went for a CAT scan. When that passed, I needed to meet the family to see what they were all about, if they were a good fit. And when I say meet the family, I mean it. Sell for 1% is totally family run right here in Columbus. The premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your house for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. And they do everything you'd expect from the 6% people. This is full service, not a discount service. Here's how they do it. Technology has made the realtor's job easier, from taking photos to signing documents on your phone, but their prices have remained the same, even though the realtor's not putting in the same time they used to. Sell for 1% passes the savings on to you because they know you're going to be impressed with the service and then tell people about it. On average, customers save over $10,000 in commissions. I didn't know about these guys 10 years ago. Don't be stupid like me and pay more than you have to. If you're selling, give my guys a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
The Fan is your home for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, we're not. You can't say that. Take 2.
The Fan is your home of the Buckeyes. Yes, that's right. Same thing, but more playoff success. Now give Big Voice Guy another brandy. Thank you. The Fan.
Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. What's the difference? Basically, the name. Direct Auto offers savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, just like you're used to, which means you never have to make trade-offs when it comes to paying for car insurance. So don't even think about carpooling to work with Talkative Ted. It's time to stop compromising and keep driving with Direct Auto. Get a free quote at directauto.com or call 1-877-GO-DIRECT. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And now, through June 30th, get 0% APR for 84 months and up to $2,500 off BX23S tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by Bain Welker Equipment in Terre Haute for a test drive and see our full line of Kubota products, or visit us online at Bain-WelkerKubota.com.
The path to the finals is heating up, and there's only one place to catch all things hoops with scenic views of every game. Head to the Lodge for the semifinals with craft cocktails and 29-degree draft beers. Visit TwinPeaksRestaurant.com.
If your garage door is so ugly that hanging a picture of your mother-in-law on it would actually make it look better, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Inc. card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
I'm gonna take some gasoline, burn her house down. All right, explain this to me. So Tom Brady roast on Netflix.
Yes.
All right, first of all, explain Tom Brady's face.
Dude.
To me.
I had, it's been a while since, I guess I've seen him on those Hertz commercials and occasionally here and there, but as someone who's not regularly looked at his face for the last 15 years, most of what we saw of him was with it either on the sidelines or him with a helmet on. Man, that is a guy who, I don't know what the work is. I don't know how you get it done. I don't know if it's just injections or what, but his face has lost the ability. He's reached that point in the work where he can't make facial expressions anymore.
No.
A smile and a cringe look the same with him. It was, and especially that's bad on a roast because you kind of want to know, is this guy laughing along with the jokes? Is he not? And you can't really tell when you watch that special from what I could see.
I think there's a lot of people out there, because I see like the Botox commercials where it's like, hey, I'm so-and-so for Botox Cosmetic. I noticed some lines on my face and just wanted to smooth those out. And now no one can tell. Everyone can tell. Everyone can tell. You've got shiny forehead moves now. Shiny forehead moves.
I don't know
what that means.
Oh, you mean
your shiny
face
forehead
moves that way? Yeah.
Doesn't move.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to say. So his face was frightening for the entire thing. You got all these jokes. Jokes about his ex-wife. Jokes about his children. Jokes about
losing money. Losing money with the Bitcoin stuff. You had that.
What was they were making fun of his
Aaron
Hernandez joke. You had murderer jokes. You had kid jokes. And Tom Brady's like, hey, salute.
Yeah.
Right? He's got the drink. Oh, I'm going to take another shot. Jeff Ross comes out. Makes a
I'm glad you're saying this.
Very minor, nothing tease at Robert Kraft going to massage parlors and getting a rub and a tug. And that's when Tom Brady's going to go up to the microphone and say, you cut that blank out.
We're not doing that bleep. Something to that effect.
Listen to me. And I can't believe Jeff Ross didn't do that. I would have turned around if I was Jeff Ross and I would have said, or what?
Yeah, right.
What are you going to do about it? First of all, I can dress you down. I could go improv on your ass right now and just make you look like a total a-hole. I understand this is a big party, but this is live. If you're going to correct me on live TV, I will dress you down on live TV.
I'm guessing the only reason that Jeff Ross didn't do that is in part because as much as he's done a lot of things on TV, he's done a lot in comedy, he's done all this stuff, and he is, I'm sure, doing very well for himself. If you are seen as the guy who screwed up the Tom Brady thing, then that could come back later as, Jeff Ross, we don't invite him around for the fun stuff like on Netflix.
Is he the guy that screwed up the Tom Brady thing, or would Tom Brady be known as the guy who screwed up the Tom Brady thing?
That's a good point. That's fair.
Because Tom Brady can take all the jokes he wants about his own kids.
That's what boggles when I'm watching this and seeing and again, it's a roast. I'm not trying to be sensitive here about this. I love a good roast. I think they're funny. I enjoy the fact that everybody can just say whatever they want to. All this heinous stuff that is obviously a joke, but it still takes a lot of talent to come up with these jokes, to come up with these lines, to deliver them in a funny way. I enjoy all that. You're bringing in the kids. You're bringing in the family. That's part of it. That's part of a roast. Fine. Then that tells me nothing's off limits when you're letting that go. And then the billionaire who's like, hey, guys, I'm just glad these dudes are back together again.
If anything should be on limits,
it should be him.
It's that.
That's the number one guy who should have been catching strays the entire time in that thing. It should have been all him. And, it should be Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and him. Those are the three guys. And then Goodell's going to get stuff and all that. But it's you brought the family into it. Of course you have. Also, now, if you want to tell me that Tom Brady has a lot of guts for going up there, please. Tom Brady, this is like a rite of passage. You want to tell me he has a lot of guts? Have the jiu-jitsu instructor come out and do some lines.
This is the ultimate ego stroke.
Exactly. People are like, this guy they're treating him like he went to Nam. He went to sit in the Forum in L.A. on a throne where then all of Hollywood came out and basically laughed along at things they're probably talking about anyway. And it's all stuff that he had to sign off on. There's not a chance they're putting anything in this special that he didn't want, as evidenced by the fact he leans up. Yeah, the one time someone did go off script, he goes up and says something about it. So what does that tell you? I looked at this whole thing as it made Tom Brady to the average person who doesn't watch comedy, who maybe doesn't do a lot of stand-up specials, and that's fine. It's not your bag. They watched this and were like, man, Tom Brady really got put through it. Tom Brady got the kid gloves treatment. They went hard on some things, but when it came time to stuff that apparently mattered to him a lot, which is his relationship with Robert Kraft, that's off limits. And I think that tells you a lot.
Ruined marriage, children, all but my owner.
Yeah, again, what was do you think it hurts a guy to go after his family when he himself was like, sorry, I got to go play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you can't deal with that, then I guess we can't be together. I don't know, man. Seems like maybe family's not the biggest thing for him.
I got 2 baseball notes for you. All right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Willie Mays, 93 today. Happy birthday.
Let him live.
I don't know if he is aware that it's his birthday, but Willie Mays, 93. Last time I heard about Willie, he was blind and living with a caretaker. So
Okay.
we should all be so lucky, though, at 93.
Sure enough.
If you're not familiar with Willie Mays, he may be the most interesting person ever. Started as a teenager playing in the Negro Leagues, then moved on to Major League Baseball, where he was, spoiler alert, awesome.
Yes. The Say Hey Kid. Perhaps
Right, I'm just
look
saying.
him up if you're not familiar with Willie Mays.
Willie Mays, awesome. Actually retired, people don't remember this, as a member of the New York Mets.
Yeah, oh yeah. I am aware of this as a Mets fan because those years did not go down
No,
well. Those are not usually on his highlight reels.
No, they were bad. He was bad and old, and as a lot of people can't tell. Charles Barkley was talking about this the other day. He said, I wish I could go back and do my retirement differently. And someone said, why? Because I sucked. Because I was old and bad, and I couldn't allow myself to realize that I sucked.
Yeah.
Now, all these years later, with some separation, I know that I shouldn't be playing. But Willie Mays with the Mets, Yogi Berra was the manager of the Mets.
Okay.
And so Willie was bad, and he didn't like the fact that Yogi wasn't playing him as much as he should be played because he's Willie Mays.
Well, and
right?
also, I mean, again,
he's also bad old Willie Mays.
Yogi Berra was a legend for many reasons in the game. But yes, it must be weird for Willie Mays to be told by Yogi Berra, you don't have it today, kid. Like, that's just got to feel weird.
Right.
For a guy of like a similar contemporary to his. Yeah.
So Willie Mays left one day because his name was not on the lineup card. He just left, went home.
Right. Yeah.
And so the next day he comes back in and they find him, Yogi Berra fined him $1,000.
Okay.
And the joke in the media was he was fined $500 for leaving and then $500 for coming back. That's how bad Willie Mays was towards the end. I don't say any of this to say he wasn't awesome because he was, but even the great ones sometimes fall down at the end.
That's a part that we'd like to all avoid if we could. If you're like watching your favorite player, watching these legends of the game, it'd be nice if they could go out, hit the game-winning shot, and then say, you know what? And that's enough for me.
Right, but it
like
rarely
a
works out
walk-off
that way.
home run, you set the bat down, and you go, that's the last one you're ever going to see me hit, folks.
Or
Goodbye.
sometimes it does work out like that. Then you say a couple years later, I'm going to come play for the Wizards. But so then in the 70s, Willie Mays was used to golf all the time with members of the Gambino crime family.
Oh,
so he had organized, he always said, like, these are just my friends.
Well,
right? It's like, oh, okay.
Sure.
So he had organized crime ties. He's Barry Bonds' godfather.
Okay.
There's that.
That's sure. Listen, the amount of baseball that Willie Mays is involved in, like the amount of great things that happen around Willie Mays' career, we don't even have to discuss it. Everyone should already know that.
No, he's just a very interesting guy.
Yeah. Well, if you've got ties to even if you're just playing golf is the only tie, you're golfing with the Gambino crime family, that is still an interesting life to be led. Do you know what they called Billy Mays?
Not related.
Not related. Not the Say Hey Kid. It was the Say It Really Loud guy. That's what they called him. That's a Norm joke.
Oh,
for
you know what?
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
One's dead. The other one's not.
No kidding.
Billy Mays dead. Willie Mays
still banging.
Still kicking.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Willie Mays.
There you go.
Also, on this date in 1915, Babe Ruth hit home run number 1.
Oh. First of many. As
First
it turned
of
out.
714.
Spoiler alert, too.
On this date.
If you were not aware of Willie Mays, I'm going to go ahead and ruin something else for you. Babe Ruth went on to hit 713 more of those.
Spoiler, good.
Yeah.
713 more.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said 713. Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Because he hit 714 total.
I got it.
1 plus 713. I can do that math.
Marvin Harrison Jr. has signed an agreement. We'll talk about it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You can expect a couple minutes slowdown on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 3rd Street. And we also have some slower traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Says who?
and or what? Those are the questions behind every eco guarantee. Other companies might promise same day this, guarantee that, and best in class every other thing. But just ask, says who? Says some announcer guy or cartoon character? You really want to take their word on it? Why not get your guarantees from the founder and owner of the company, me? Then there's or what. Too often, there's no promise make right, or it's a meaningless waived service fee. Eco doesn't even charge service fees, and our or what is always real. Last summer, we gave 277 families a $1,500 discount on their AC system when we missed our same-day deadline. That's a real deal make right. I know, because I had to pay for it. We also delivered same-day replacement service and same-day repair for many hundreds of others, because Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians really will come through for you when you need us to. Says me, or we'll make it right.
At GetEco.com.
Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply.
Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com.
Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply. Greener, greener, better.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from the other window place.
So Wilson, how do you show customers what new windows would look like on their home?
Well, we just all close our eyes and imagine what their home would look like. Why, isn't that what you do?
Actually, we've got technology that shows exactly how new windows will look on your home.
So no imagining?
Nope.
And I imagine your customers really like that.
Yeah, they do. Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the dopes at The Fan.
We see it every day. A guy comes into the men's clinic and guess what? The pills quit working, or they're sick of the side effects. And you know what else we see? Guys not confident in their relationship. At Columbus Men's Clinic, we're the leaders in bedroom confidence. Understanding if you even need ED or low T treatment should be the first step. And the next should be choosing the treatment or treatment combination to build your confidence. Our urologist and physician group is offering professional, modern treatments with success rates as high as 92% and decades of experience. Our doctors are not going to send you an email with what might work for most people. We are results-driven. Concierge. You don't pay for medication, it's included, but you invest in the time it takes to get you where you want to be. We've built an experience with discretion that takes the worry out of going to the doctor. In fact, we've normalized it for guys all over Columbus. Come see our friendly team in Columbus and find out why we've been #1 in men's health for years. Get a consultation and low T blood work with results on your first visit for $99. Get your confidence back in the bedroom and beyond. Go to columbusmensclinic.com and book your appointment today. columbusmensclinic.com.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Boring.
Which is why at Sunny Street Cafe,
we got 7.
And here's our number 2.
Sunny Street Cafe, serving pancakes so fluffy you could sleep on them.
Now with 8 locations.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Save big on fuel with M-Perks. Earn points on your Meijer purchases in-store and online. Then use your points to claim a fuel reward and save up to $1 off per gallon of gas at Meijer. Claim your M-Perks fuel rewards on the Meijer app and ID at the pump to save. Plus, earn points for qualifying Meijer Express purchases and look for exclusive Meijer Express offers. Download the Meijer app to sign up or see Meijer.com to learn more. 10 cents to $1 off per gallon based on points earned. Exclusions apply. Not valid in Wisconsin. Max 30 gallons.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time!
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Please subscribe to the Common Man and T-Bone podcast. It is available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show, including the weekend show, which is now podcast only.
Mm-hmm.
Every single show comes to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. It is Yikes Day. That's 4:34. Jason's beef at 5:34. What did I tease? Oh, Marvin Harrison Jr. is apparently skirting the NFLPA and has his own deal with Fanatics. This is all very interesting. I don't know what to make of it. Because when we first saw that, his jersey's not available on Fanatics, we had heard that he has a problem with Fanatics.
Yeah,
and their terms of business.
So there's a deal that you can sign as a college player with Fanatics where you can be on cards, you can be on all kinds of things. Because don't forget, they make sports cards now too. Fanatics does everything. But they will also on their website, they can make shirts that have your likeness on it. They can have, jerseys with your name on it. And then game-worn stuff can even appear there. All of this is all under the Fanatics brand. But, of course, for most college athletes, the deal they're getting is kind of a, I don't want to say boilerplate, but it's much more of a standard issue kind of contract for college students saying you're going to get a decent amount of money. And for someone like him, I think it's like $1 million. But he is saying to go on with the NFLPA when he gets to this level, now that he is in the NFL, well, he's a top 5 draft pick. He's obviously raised his caliber a little bit more than what he was in college. So now he wants to be treated commensurately. He wants a deal that you would give to someone like a shoe company has with him, as a matter of fact, New Balance. But he is looking for something that is more specific to, I'm not just any old rookie coming out of college. I'm a guy who's already proven some stuff, and I'd like to be treated a little differently than everybody else. Again, not every player is going to take a stand like that. You could say, well, that's going to hurt him in the long run. He's not going to make as much money. Maybe that would matter to someone whose dad wasn't Marvin Harrison Sr.
From a money standpoint, I don't think it matters at all. You're right. I mean, he's selling merchandise on his own website. You can go there and buy it.
Yeah, right.
He's got that stuff. He's got his own deal now with Fanatics. I just wonder, because, look, I know football players are not baseball players, but baseball players, I remember Damian Miller. Do you remember Damian Miller? He was a catcher, I want to say.
Okay. I'm not placing him right now.
Look it up. I think it's Damian Miller.
Okay.
Teddy looks it up.
I'll look him up.
Anyway, back in the day, in 94, when the strike was going on, he was a replacement player.
Okay.
Sure. So obviously, the union's on strike. No members of the union are playing baseball. Replacement players come in. Scabs.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Damian Miller turns out to be a good player down the road, and he's good enough to play Major League Baseball when the strike is settled.
Okay.
But because he was once upon a time a replacement player and went against the union, there were guys who never forgot that and held that against him until he was done playing in the league. He was not a member of the union ever. He was not allowed to be in video games.
Right.
Because he was a replacement player. I just wonder if financially it's not going to hurt. Marvin Harrison's going to be good on the field or not good on the field, depending on his own ability and what situation he's in. It has nothing to do with this. But I just wonder if other players will look at him and say, hey, man, you've been here 5 minutes. You think you're bigger than our union?
Yeah, I don't know.
We negotiated this deal. Everybody else comes in. They sign this deal. And all of a sudden, you're bigger than everybody else. I'm not saying it's the wrong decision to make. I just wonder if he will have some problems with his fellow players because of it.
Yeah, in one sense, I'm saying I don't think the money's going to be a problem, but obviously the only thing this is all about is money, right? It's about getting a deal that properly values whatever he is believed to be worth, and I'm not someone who does that. But I can also see how someone would look at it financially. My uneducated eye would say, yeah, his name on something is probably worth more than the average draft pick's name, for sure. So does he want the same deal as them? It sounds like not. One thing I'm not going to do is rip a guy for doing the thing that a lot of players, a lot of people in sports get ripped for, which is not taking their finances seriously, not taking their, the deals that they sign and things like that, not looking over contracts, not being aware of this stuff. I actually think it is something we probably should not be hammering him on, that he's saying, yeah, I don't just sign anything. I don't just go with whatever you tell me to sign. I'm going to decide what I want to do here, and maybe I don't want to sign that. That is a type of thing that would seem to indicate he's got an interest in, what is going on for him off the field as well as on, which we've seen that, right? How many times have we seen it where a player, it's like, man, didn't that guy sign like a $50 million contract back when those were a thing for rookies? Yeah, he did, but then blew all of it because, he had no one to manage his money, he had no one looking after that stuff, and it turned out to be not a great deal. We talk about those situations all the time. So I think him doing the opposite of it, it's odd that a lot of the same sports media members who have been yelling at guys for not taking their finances seriously suddenly are now yelling at him for like, why aren't you doing this thing that everybody else does? Well, he's saying because I'm not like everybody else. It's not the approach I would probably take. I would not want the headache. I would just want to get it done with and move on to playing football. I'm sure he has people handling this, so he probably is handling playing football and not really worrying about much else.
Our guy, Ric Flair.
I've wrestled in North Korea.
Was kicked out of a restaurant this weekend. I'll tell you why coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's a 20-minute slowdown due to an accident on eastbound 70 on the east side between Bryce Road and 256, and a couple-minute delay on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Cravings Value Menu is a big deal, or rather, it's 10 big deals. From new items like the loaded nachos to familiar favorites like the spicy potato soft taco. Check it out at a participating Taco Bell today. Available for a limited time only while supplies last. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey guys, let's talk game. We watch the games, we talk about the games, but how's your game? Testosterone therapy can help you get back to your best. And there's no better time to get started than this spring. I recommend Low T Center. It's where I get my levels checked. At Low T Center, they'll make it quick and easy. You walk in, take a simple blood test, and get your results in about 25 minutes. So if you often feel tired, noticing weight gain and loss of muscle mass, you may have low T levels. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
We go to war for you. At Schroeder Schnarr Trial Attorneys, we don't back down. Truck accident? Call us today at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. Remember, results matter because we go to war for you. warforyou.com.
Hey folks, Austin Ward here, and I'm going to piggyback on what Chops has already challenged you all with, dropping 40 pounds by the 4th of July. Sounds crazy, right? Well, I dropped 50 in that same amount of time with Awaken 180. 40 by the 4th is a cakewalk? Yeah, put a real goal on your calendar. It changes the game. Imagine this. Your scale is flashing 230 pounds today. What if I told you it could read 190 by the 4th of July? Maybe it's sitting at 300 right now. Think about how sweet 260 would look. Easier on the eyes, and hey, for me, it's been easier on the golf course too. It's totally doable. Look at the stats. Me, 50 pounds. Chops, 95 pounds. Scotty Vegas is already down 40. We're talking real results, attainable goals, and a process so simple it feels like cheating. Except it's totally legit. Awaken 180 is the cheat code we all need. Drop your 40 by the 4th and celebrate with a cracked beer and burger in hand like me. It starts with one call to Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Dial 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game, you've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Open your door to a gorgeous Nature Stone garage floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. This month only, save up to 50% during their May is for Moms sales event. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Couple of NBA playoff series on the docket for tonight. Game 1 in the Eastern Conference. Indiana Pacers in New York to take on the Knicks. Game 2 in the Western Conference. Minnesota and Denver. The Timberwolves won the opening game of that series. Cleveland starts his second-round series tomorrow at Boston. Dallas Mavericks today signed head coach Jayson to a multi-year contract extension. He had been rumored to possibly be a candidate with the Lakers. On the ice, one NHL playoff game tonight. Boston at Florida in the opening game of their second-round series. Winnipeg coach Rick Bowness announced his retirement today. Baseball, Cleveland Guardians at home of the Detroit Tigers. Off night for the Cincinnati Reds and the Columbus Clippers. This update brought to you by Nature Stone. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. The segment that's not a segment, Yikes, is coming up at 4:34. Jason's Beef at 5:34. Ric Flair was at a graduation luncheon in Gainesville, Florida, yesterday.
For someone he knows?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was
someone he knows.
I didn't know if we'd reached the point in Ric Flair's career where like a rich such
Can
and
I tell you
such
something, buddy? I'm quite sure if you have deep pockets, he'll come to your graduation. So you're right.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The president of Viacom's niece is graduating, and he's like, I was there. You're like, okay, I don't know.
So he was in Gainesville, Florida, at a place called Paisano's Stone-Fired Pizza.
Okay.
He decided to go on Twitter because he did not like his experience. Here is what Ric Flair tweeted. I spent $1,500 at Paisano's Pizza to be disrespected. By the way, the first letter of every word is capitalized. I don't know why, but
Rick
it is.
Rick is a unique capitalizer. I agree.
He said, to be disrespected more than I ever have in my entire life. Entire life!
Wow.
After taking 20 pictures with customers and staff, I was asked to leave because of an issue I had with the kitchen manager taking too long in the bathroom.
Oh.
I would highly recommend that anyone who wants to enjoy a relaxing time in Gainesville at a nice restaurant to never visit this place. Exclamation point, and then he ends it with, woo! Because of course he does. So took too long in the bathroom. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either. Did they tell? Is he saying that he was kicked out?
Yeah, I guess this is his side of the story.
Well, right. I mean, what are we talking about? If you'd been there for 2 hours and it's a busy day and there's people waiting and your whole table, I'm sure it wasn't a small party. If you spent $1,500, if then Rick at the end of 2 hours, people are starting to leave and he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then he's in there for a while. And the manager's like, all right, we're going to go ahead and clear this table now because it looks like this is done. That I could easily see that being a reason why maybe he thought he was kicked out.
Now, hold on. Was he taking too long in the bathroom or was the kitchen manager taking too long in the bathroom? See, in my mind,
I misunderstood.
He really had to crap.
Ric Flair?
Ric Flair really had to crap. And they said, I'm sorry, Rick, you can't. It's a single stall bathroom. You can't go in there.
Dude.
The kitchen manager's in there, and he's banging on the door saying, don't you know who I am?
I wrestled in North Korea.
Let me in!
I remember I told this story at the beginning of the jacket season. I know it seems like eons ago, but when he was there for the opener, I saw him walking near where we were, and I thought, oh, man, there's Ric Flair. Maybe I'll get a chance to say hi to him. And then he made a left turn right into the bathroom.
He took too long in the bathroom.
Well, when he went in there, we were close enough to the bathroom we could hear people as he walked in, and all I hear from the inside is woo, woo, and I thought, man, this guy can't even take a dump without getting wooed. He's just trying to lay some cable. Let the man live, right? He's just doing what he's got to do.
So now that you've said that, maybe it was the fact that Rick took too long.
Well, I'm saying
in the bathroom
because then he was in there for a while, and I don't doubt he is. Listen, you know the lifestyle that Ric Flair has lived for most of his life. If you believe
maybe
everything.
He's doing coke in the bathroom.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is I know my body, after like a weekend of having fun and partying, that next day and the next few days after, all of my internals are going, you're lucky we're functioning right now. You know, like whatever you get is what you're getting. Don't complain. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride for the next few days. Ric Flair is in his 80s, late 70s, something, and he's been living that lifestyle for the better part of 60 years. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if when that guy goes to the bathroom, everything in there is like, all right, gang, do our best. You know, like his intestines, his colon, everything's trying to do the best they can, but it's probably not as good as it used to be.
Can I tell you something, though? Maybe this says something about me. I guess I'm not willing to give Ric Flair the benefit of the doubt.
That's fine. Well, wait, what do you? I'm not giving him any benefit of the doubt. I'm saying
he had to have been doing something egregious enough to get kicked out. Look, I was talking to.
I thought you meant he goes into the bathroom and then has to be doing cocaine or something.
No, he's got to be doing something. Must have happened.
To get kicked out of the restaurant when you're Ric Flair, right. Something must have happened. Okay, that's fair.
You took too long, and then you walked out, and your pants are still around your ankles. Rick, and that's why we had to kick you out. Not the length of stay in the bathroom. It was the fact that you opened your robe in front of our entire staff, and we had to say time to go bye-bye now.
He's just walking around with no pants on. Oldest ride, longest line.
That's right. Yeah. Look, I was talking years ago to a former Buckeye, and he was telling me, I will not say who this was.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling me about how he had the worst trip ever because he was kicked off the plane that he was on, and these flight attendants were very rude to him. Okay? Yeah. It's like, well, what were you doing? I was watching a movie, and they insisted that I put headphones on, and I didn't want to put headphones on. I didn't think it was too loud because there was really nobody in the back of the plane. I don't know what the big deal was. They kicked me off the plane. And to hear this person tell the story, it was, wow, that seems a little aggressive.
Sure.
On the side of the airline.
Yes.
Seems like this could have been resolved a little bit better, right? So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Next day, I'm talking to another former Buckeye. I am relaying this story. And he says, I don't believe it for a second. And I said, why not? That's what he told me. He says, no, I know for a fact what he was watching on his laptop because he used to do this on team flights. He was watching porn.
Oh.
He's watching porn with the volume on, and he would get his jollies making other people uncomfortable with this. It's like, well, that was missing from the first story I heard.
Right. But that's what you want is then for that person to go out and be like, yeah, I was talking with Common Man. He agrees. We should all be allowed to watch porn at full volume.
No.
So everyone can hear it. Everyone should approve.
I'm just saying.
He told me he thought it was a joke that I got thrown out that flight.
There's got to be something missing.
Yes.
From this story. It's, hey, Mr. Flair, thank you for your patronage. You spent $1,500. Happy graduation. You took pictures with the staff, and you took 5 minutes taking a crap. Now get the hell out of here.
Right. I'm guessing that's not how it went down, to your point. If that is the story, then I could even see it being where Ric Flair just is reading it as, I got kicked out. I wanted to come back out there and sit for another hour. And maybe it had already been 2 hours at a busy restaurant. And they're like, okay, everyone's starting to leave here. It feels like this is done. He's already paid. We're going to go ahead and just assume this table's ready to go, and we're going to open this back up for other people.
The Tigers unveiled their City Connect uniforms. And look, man, this is all in the eye of the beholder. I think they look like ass. Have you seen them?
No, you know what? I forgot to look them up before the show, so I'm going to look them up right now.
I think they look
terrible. Get a live reaction from me. Okay. These aren't great. I mean, I'm a big fan of, obviously, the automobile industry. I like cars. Motor City being across the front looks kind of cool. But, yeah, you know what they actually remind me of is Inter Milan soccer team. They look a lot like that, like a very similar color scheme and a line right down the middle. Yeah, these are kind of dumb to me. I think they're kind of basic, to be honest. Well, I like Inter Miami's jerseys a lot. I do not like these for baseball jerseys.
I think I'm not the biggest fan of alternate jerseys and uniforms, but I do think that they should look kind of like you, right?
Yeah.
Like if you look at like the White Sox, as bad as they are, they have that South Side City Connect with it's a black jersey with white pinstripes.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
It's like, well, that's what they wear. The color is inverted, but that's what they wear. They look like the White Sox wearing a version of what they do.
Yeah.
The Angels have something similar to that, where they look like the Angels. just wearing a different variation of their uniform. These look like a completely different. This is like a independent league team.
I agree with you on that.
It doesn't look like the Detroit Tigers.
Not at all. Like the Mets did their City Connects this year, and they're gray and purple. And again, they said this reflects, the New York City, I don't know, something about the city, I don't know, whatever.
Purple represents New York?
Purple and gray, I don't associate that with New York City more than I do any other city. It's a fine-looking jersey on its own. It just doesn't look anything like something that I would associate with the New York Mets. Now, I'm not a fan of this team, but one of the City Connects that recently came out that I really did like is the Tampa Bay jerseys that they did. They did some City Connect jerseys, and I would say to look these up if you haven't seen them, because they have a few different things that they did that I liked. One, they had a different logo made, which involved a ray, but they also have like one of the bridges from the city that is incorporated into the Ray logo, and I think it looks cool. They are also, there's a lot of purple, there's a lot of lime green, all that. But they also have one that this endears you to me anytime you try to incorporate multiple weird things together. They took the Ray from the logo and put a skateboard under it because they said apparently skateboarding is big in Tampa. I don't know.
It is?
Well, according to them. So they put a skateboard under it and said, yeah, this pays heritage to our skateboarding culture here. They had the underside of the hat has like a grip tape kind of feel like a skateboard would.
At it now,
it looks very bizarre. I will give you that. But just on its own as a design, I don't hate it.
I don't mind the design. I don't like the color.
Yeah, it's not
going to... It looks like pajamas.
Well, they said, I guess this color, if you look at it, it's supposed to resemble what a black T-shirt looks like after being out in the sun for years in Tampa. Because it like gets faded. And it's like when you say that, I actually now do see that. I also don't know what the hell that has to do with a baseball jersey. Like, it's cool that you thought of that, but I don't know why we're having that on a baseball uniform. I really do like the logo. I like all the stuff they did with this. It's kind of cool looking. It honestly looks like something Hulk Hogan would wear into the ring. If he was like, I got to lean into Tampa more, give me a jersey, this would be what they would make him.
This is like the Haslams. They have some department that gets off on stuff like this.
Yes, like, they do.
This portion of the logo represents this.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is it's just like, can we just make something that looks nice?
I'm with you.
I mean, I know
I am with you.
It's probably beneath you because you went to design school and everything has to have a reason. And, if you look at the Illuminati, there's a reason why they have everything and a different logo is eyes are looking at you. This represents this.
Are the Illuminati putting out like marketing materials? I hadn't seen it.
You know what I mean.
I thought their whole point was to be secretive. But not
they are, except when it comes to their
that's right. I forgot.
Their logos.
Well, they are telling Taylor Swift to cover up an eyeball on all of her album covers, I guess, right? Isn't that what they're kind of doing? I've heard things like that.
I've not heard that.
I've heard that.
Okay.
Not from reputable sources, just from goobers.
All right. Cucho, likey, Lando. How about that? Cucho and Lando probably likey Cucho, too.
I don't know.
Lando, likey, Cucho.
Sure.
Lando probably got with some Cucho after yesterday.
What are we even talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about. You'll find out.
Okay.
Coming up next.
A tease.
There's Cuchos and Landos. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find a 10-minute slowdown if you're on eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Ebright Road. And we also have some slow-moving traffic on southbound 71 on the north side between Hudson Street and I-70. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Save up to $150 on select sets of 4 Freddesign tires at AAA Car Care Plus. Not a member, not a problem. Everyone can save up to $150 on Freddesign tires through May 31st at AAA Car Care Plus locations. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Glow Fiber. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic business internet solutions, call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, as we get older, it's inevitable. There's going to be parts of your body that let you down. Sometimes it's your knees, sometimes it's your elbow. Maybe your back is hurting you a bit more than it used to. Maybe it's another part of your body that's letting you down. In the bedroom, let's say. And you need to get your confidence back. That's where my guys and my gals at Blue Chew step in. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office. There's no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and the products shipped right to your door in a discreet package. And if you don't like swallowing pills, you don't have to. Blue Chew tablets are, of course, chewable. If you need to get your confidence back in the bedroom, visit BlueChew.com. Plus, I've got a special deal for you. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code BONE at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. BlueChew.com, promo code BONE, and you get to try Blue Chew for free, plus the $5 shipping. Just use promo code BONE at BlueChew.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Do you ever worry about a sales guy trying to sell you on something that you really don't need, or even worse, sell you on a product that turns out to be low quality? I absolutely hate that. But you don't have to worry about that with Newman Roofing. They work hard to eliminate that fear, as they're going to be honest with you about what you really need and what product works the best. When we got our roof, we sat down with Tim and his team, and they showed us 3 to 4 different styles. We talked about prices, we talked about quality, and what would best fit our needs. They were fully transparent about it, and we were so happy with the entire process. They're not going to overpromise and underdeliver. We got more than what we bargained for, which was one heck of a quality roof. The Newman sales team, they try to do things right from the very beginning, and you're going to be greeted with a friendly voice who's focused on your needs. And you can see that because of the hundreds of 5-star reviews and why they're one of the most trusted family names in Central Ohio. So give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF or check them out online at newmanroofing.com.
Are you hangry for Buckeye baseball? Matt Andrews brings you every Big Ten game on our family of fan networks. 1460 AM, The Fan's HD2, and The Fan app. Your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Since 1950, Sears Heating and Cooling has been your Central Ohio HVAC expert. Founded by Johnny Sears when gas was just 27 cents a gallon, we're still at the top of our game with thousands of perfect customer reviews. Let Sears Heating and Cooling ensure your AC unit is ready to battle the summer heat ahead. Schedule your AC maintenance today and spring new life into your existing AC unit. From Dublin to Bexley, enjoy the local pricing advantage of doing business with your neighbors at Sears. SearsHeatingCooling.com.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel, not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy on it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding. Over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, scattered showers, and a rumble of thunder on this Monday. Temperatures right around 70 degrees. Overnight will fall back down to around 60 with scattered showers and thunder showers tapering off. But right back up again on Tuesday with more thunderstorms, especially mid-afternoon through Tuesday evening. Some of the storms could be severe. High temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The show that will tickle you stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Had a big weekend. So you had the Kentucky Derby.
Mm-hmm.
You had the F1 race in Miami yesterday. All the stars come out for that.
Oh, yeah.
All the big-time stars. And I saw that our guy was also out for that.
Cucho Hernandez update.
Yes. So Cucho Hernandez apparently was in South Florida checking out the festivities there at the F1 race. Let him live. I did notice if you go onto his official Instagram, which is just Cucho Hernandez, if you'd like to follow along, it's very interesting. He tweeted out some photos. It showed him walking around, the F1 race, having a good time. Showed him out, having a good time afterwards as well. He had a fetching lady with him. I don't know if that's, a relationship. I don't know what that is, but let him live. I also found it interesting because he had a shirt on that said, it said Miami, number 10 on it. And it looked kind of vaguely like a soccer jersey, which is interesting because, Lionel Messi plays in Miami now. And he wears the number 10. So someone wearing a Miami number 10 jersey on the back, it looked almost like a knockoff Lionel Messi jersey. I found that to be interesting. But whatever, that's what he wore to the F1 race. He apparently was there with Aiden Morris, whose family is from the area, fellow crew player, and Steven Moreira, fellow crew player. So all three of them were together enjoying this event. So let them live.
Cucho was also enjoying it with a lady friend.
Well, that's why I said I don't know if it's a relationship. I don't know what the situationship is there exactly. But, yeah, she's doing all right for herself.
Yeah.
He's doing all right for himself.
He's doing all right for himself, too.
They're both doing great.
If you had to put money on it, do you think Cucho's with this team when the season's over? Or do you think it's just they're offered too much money for him? They wind up selling him to a European team for like $30 million.
I'm not saying this because I think the crew are doing anything like nefarious. I'm not going to be mad about it. I think he's got two more big games for this team. The one coming up this weekend, where, of course, they're playing FC Cincinnati. Hell is real. Get ready for that. I'm excited about it. You got to win that one. You got to win all the games you can. But then June 1st, CONCACAF Champions Cup final. Those are the two games I feel like he will be here for, and there's no doubt about that. And he'll be
after
here.
That.
If you get anything beyond that, count your blessings. Because this dude, when the transfer window opens, teams are going to be stupid not to go after him in Europe. He has played there in England before. He clearly could be back in England talent-wise. There's no doubt about it. And he's the type of player as a forward that they are now looking for in England. They love the type of stuff that he does off the ball. He is so smart. And then obviously he's a wicked shot. He can make plays. All that's a given, but it's his off the ball stuff. He's so savvy. He's so good.
Well, and as you know, it's not as simple as, just, the crew get money for his services. He could very well go to the crew and say, I want this.
Of course.
I want to go play there. And so they feel like they have to make a deal for him, and they try and get the best deal possible.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything to this angle of it. I'm just throwing it out there as someone who's giving you all the information. Don't forget, a few weeks ago, he was riding the bench here because of an issue, right? He had a little
and
issue.
We still don't know what the issue is, right?
No, but we did see that everyone has come out since then and said there is no more issue. This was a disciplinary matter. It was handled. It's good. We've moved on. And I think that's fair, and you can see clearly by his play that he seems to have moved on and is playing great, doing great. But no, if there's a serious offer on the table for him north of $20 million, I would be shocked if the crew didn't take it. That would be good business. And I don't mean good business from the Haslam's pocket money. No one gets any of this. It's good business from the soccer side of things. They went out.
Explain that.
When Lucas Zelarayan came in, they got him cheaper than when he left. Or it was about the same. But Lucas Zelarayan wanted to go, and this was an opportunity they let him go do. Cucho Hernandez was a $10 million transfer in. If he is going to go anywhere, I would guess it is north of $20 million that he gets offered back to the crew. That means they make $10 million off that transfer, which they can then use to go find replacements for him.
Well, that's the key, though, right?
Yes. They're not going to just pocket the money. They're going to use that to then build the roster and keep it going. When Lucas Zelarayan left last summer, I believe that was.
Diego Rossi came in.
And I got to tell you, at first, I was not impressed. He is not a like-for-like exact similar player.
You were very upset.
I was.
When Zelarayan left.
Yeah. And I miss him. He was a great player. Diego Rossi, though, has shown me something over the last, the Cup run, and then now even in this CONCACAF Champions Cup. That's a guy that when he gets the ball in the final third with a half a second to make a play, he's as capable as anyone I've seen in MLS of doing it. Is he going to be the same as Lucas El Rayon? No. Lucas El Rayon was like a magician out there. Diego Rossi's a little bit more of a put the work in, run, be smart, be in good spots, and he makes plays. You're not going to find another Cucho Hernandez. I'm telling you. This guy is special. Watch him while you can. If he's here in Columbus beyond this summer, count that as lucky. But that's not to say that they can't go out and get a couple players who add to the roster, who make this team better. Nancy and Bezbachenko, those two guys, your GM and your coach, they understand what they want. They know how to find good talent. And look what they've done. You lost Lucas El Rayon, you won MLS Cup, right? He won you an MLS Cup in 2020. They transfer him out. They still win MLS Cup last year. And now they're playing as good as they've ever played. So
are you at the point right now?
I have faith in this front office.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know because, Zelarayan last year, you were very upset.
Oh, very much,
And Crew fans were very upset. And there was this sense from the team. Well, it was, I was going to say indirectly. It was directly because we actually heard from the team, trust us.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing here.
Yep.
And at that time, a lot of Crew fans were not willing to do that yet. Has this team achieved enough now where if Cucho goes away and they say, trust us, then you will just throw your hands up and say, all right.
Yes.
I do trust you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. No, that's fine. That's good.
I'm saying they came in, and since Tim Bezbachenko's been here, 2 different coaches, 2 championships, and then possibility to win CONCACAF Champions Cup, which is mind-boggling. Yeah, they've done enough in that regard. And I will just add this. Cucho is certainly someone to keep an eye on as teams are going to be looking at him. Aiden Morris is someone that the world is paying attention to, and he has got a bright future, and I don't think it's all going to be played in MLS. That could be something that happens this summer, okay? I mean, it's a very real possibility that you could see those 2 guys, Patrick Schulte, your goalkeeper. There's been rumors that Arsenal are interested in the Crew goalkeeper, folks. That's the level of talent you have on this team. This Saturday, obviously, it's hell is real. That game is sold out. All the games are sold out. Everybody knows how good this team is. But if you get a chance to watch this team in the next month, you better do it. Because then after this summer hits, I don't know what it looks like. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. It's going to be awesome. They're going to find replacements. They're going to do stuff. You may see some guys go in the summer because that's when the window opens for player movement all around the world. And the world is watching this Crew team.
Also, Crystal Palace, you're welcome.
My God.
Ever since I bought the way too small jersey, they haven't lost a game. And today, 4-0 over Man U.
It's not even a
4-0.
It's not even a contest
They're
right
just
now.
throwing them around.
Yeah, it is.
Physically dominating them in every way. I know Man U's down, but what a horrible performance this is.
What a great performance for your team, though. They're looking great. They're at home doing exactly what they should. Now, I mean, more than what they should. Taking care of business in a big way here for Crystal Palace. Let them live.
The segment that's not a segment, Yikes, is coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's an accident causing almost a 30-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Bryce Road and 256. Traffic will be stop and go from Livingston Avenue. We also have a slowdown on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and 3rd Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Association of County Behavioral Health Authorities. Sometimes life can be overwhelming. Crisis Text Line can help. If you are struggling and feel like you can't talk to anyone about it, text 4HOPE to 741-741. Free confidential support. Crisis Text Line. Text 4HOPE to 741-741 now. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by ER Auto Care. We are masters of our craft.
Being without a car can cause chaos in our family's busy lives. That's why we trust ER Auto Care to keep our family moving. Repairs are done right each and every time, and our vehicle is usually back in a day. Free rideshare and loaner cars make drop-off and pickup a breeze. ER Auto Care. They truly are masters of their craft.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey guys, let's talk game. We watch the games, we talk about the games, but how's your game? Testosterone therapy can help you get back to your best. And there's no better time to get started than this spring. I recommend Low T Center. It's where I get my levels checked. At Low T Center, they'll make it quick and easy. You walk in, take a simple blood test, and get your results in about 25 minutes. So if you often feel tired, noticing weight gain and loss of muscle mass, you may have low T levels. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
If your garage door is so old that it's got cave paintings and hieroglyphics drawn on the inside, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Score a goal with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the checking account that rewards you for supporting the crew. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, official credit union of the Columbus Crew, federally insured by NCUA.
Have you seen the redesigns of the new Honda lineup? They're outstanding. Hey, it's Anthony here for my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. How does leasing a new 2024 Civic LX sedan for $279 a month sound? How about pre-owned rates from 1.99% on certified vehicles? Accords, HRVs, CRVs, and even more savings if you're a current Honda owner or you lease. You've got to go to Germain Honda of Dublin. It's fun, it's quick, it's easy, and it's on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
At the end of every season, a coach evaluates his team. Just like at the end of winter, you should have your roof evaluated. Hi, I'm Bob McElligott for Schottenstein Roofing. Call the expert team at Schottenstein Roofing at 614-321-8888 or go to schottensteinroofing.com to get a free inspection of your roof. And if you need work done on it, don't forget, Schottenstein Roofing has unbeatable value and all of their work is backed for life. That in addition to interest-free financing options. Schottenstein Roofing, a proud partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I always have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood, and I swear by two things, people. Water and Weed Man. Good news. I'm only selling you one of them. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will make sure your lawn is weed-free and looking gorgeous. Of course, they get rid of weeds, but they also do aeration, mosquito control, grub control, crabgrass prevention, and flea and tick control for your four-legged friends. For a free quote, go to weedman.com. That's weedman.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Fat and happy. Hey, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically their 12,000 square foot sports book. That was the place to be this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
You had the Kentucky Derby. You had the F1 race yesterday. It was hopping.
Everything.
And if you missed it, why let another wonderful event go by? Go and see our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The segment that's not a segment is Yikes. You ready?
I'm ready.
In the latest example of I can't believe a university is studying this, researchers at the University of Glasgow have discovered that parrots in captivity enjoy FaceTiming with friends. When given the option of watching a pre-recorded video of other birds doing bird things or engaging in a live chat with another captive bird, they were more gung-ho about the chatting. Yikes. Here's the rationale from the researchers. Quote, The internet holds a great deal of potential for giving animals agency to interact with each other in new ways, but the systems we build to help them that need to be designed around their specific needs and physical and mental abilities. Studies like this could help lay the foundations of a truly animal-centered internet. Somewhere, the local vet who was caught having relations with a horse would love to get on the animal-centric internet. Yikes.
To be clear, that vet was not caught having relations with the horse.
It's debatable. His wife said he was.
Well,
he said I was about to.
In either case, he definitely copped to it and said, yeah, you didn't catch me, but stick around. See what happens. My first yikes is actually going to be a positive yikes because I think it's an interesting stat here from Sarah Langs. S. Langs on Sports. If you've not followed her, she's definitely a good follow on Twitter. She said this, because Jose Ramirez, you might have seen yesterday, had a home run in the 6th inning. He did this on the 10th pitch of the at-bat where he hit the home run. According to Sarah Langs, this is Jose Ramirez's 5th home run in a 10-plus pitch plate appearance. Only one other Cleveland player has ever had 2 such home runs since pitch counts started being tracked in 1988. That player is Casey Blake. Only 3 Major League ball players have more than 4 home runs in that same time. Todd Helton has 8 of them on 10 or more pitches in a plate appearance. He homered on that type of count 8 times. Your guy, Paul Konerko, next on the list with 7, and then Paul Goldschmidt with 6. Then Jose Ramirez. Pretty good company. Let him live. And also, yikes.
All right, the Maple Leafs, they lost in Game 7 to the Bruins on Saturday night in overtime. It was 2-1. The Maple Leafs now, they're just the second team in the history of the Big Four sports leagues to make the playoffs in 8 straight seasons, but win a total of only 1 playoff round over that entire span. Yikes. The other team to do this was the Buffalo Sabres. They did it from 87 to 95. Yikes.
Once upon a time, the Arizona Bowl was sponsored by Barstool. And I must remind you, Nick Saban used to say that we need to go all out to preserve the traditional bowl game, like this one, who will take sponsorship money from literally anyone. Well, the Arizona Bowl isn't sponsored by Barstool anymore. It's now sponsored by Snoop Dogg.
All right.
Yikes. It's the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop.
Oh,
Yikes. Yeah. Also, Snoop is expected to participate in the broadcast. Yikes. So now we have a bowl game sponsored by Snoop, underscored his liquor drink, Gin Juice.
Oh, my gosh. What are you, 100? Yes, you are. Gin Juice. What is the gin juice you speak of in the gin? Are the gin dens doing gin juice now and the kids and the thing?
Gin and juice.
Laid back with my money on my mind? What are you talking about, gin and juice? Yes, gin and juice.
I never heard it.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, in a world where some college campuses won't even sell it in their stadiums, we have a bowl game named after it. Let them live. Yikes.
Right. You get a yikes for that. That is like somebody having a sponsorship of a bowl game, and then it's like brought to you by Jack and Diane. It's like that. Yeah, like if you know that song, then you know that song.
I don't know the song.
It's fine.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's a cultural touchstone.
I don't know the song.
I got a story about that later in the show. I'll give you later because I had a moment like that this weekend. But first, how about this? Anthony Edwards, my guy, not from ER, but of the Minnesota Timberwolves, had 43 points, stole game 1 in Denver as they defeated the defending champs on Saturday. The T-Wolves off to a good start in their series. Nate, a guy named Nate, I should say, from Crunch Wears No Pants, a Minnesota Timberwolves podcast, tweeted the following: Anthony Edwards is making me feel things no one ever has. That's fine. That's a podcast about the Timberwolves. He's a Timberwolves fan. A woman named Tyra then posted, "Oh," followed by the words, "This is my husband." So presumably she has never made him feel things that Anthony Edwards has. Let them both live. I'm sure that was a fun conversation after that game. And also, yikes.
All right. We were just talking about the F1 race with Lando and Cucho, and it was this past weekend. Their concession prices, they're not so similar to the Masters menu. you could get some Maine lobster rolls for $280. Yikes. A yellowfin tuna poke for $170. Yikes. A U5 chilled prawn for $290. Yikes. And you could top it all off with a little ounce of caviar. Add that to any of those items for just $400. Yikes. Now, this was the menu in the VIP area, but still, yikes.
There's nothing I want more on a hot, humid Florida day at the racetrack. Whatever the air temperature is, crank it up about 20 when you're on the track there. I want a nice mayonnaise-based lobster roll. That sounds good to me.
No.
Of course, lobster rolls native to South Florida, or it's not.
Yeah, when I think South Florida, I think,
give me a grouper sandwich or something, right?
I think a bunch of like hardened Mained lobstermen down there like, how's your tan going? Yeah, because it's a little hot down there.
Christine Wilson lives in Massachusetts, and from what I can tell, likes to play the state lottery. Back in February, she bought a $50 ticket at Dub's Discount Liquors. Sidebar, how about a yikes for a $50 scratch-off ticket?
I'm sure. Seems like a lot to put on the scratchers, but
all right. Well, she's at Dub's. She's at Dub's Discount Liquors. She bought one, and with that ticket, won $1 million. Yikes. Hey. 2 months later, she's at the Family Food Mart. She said, you know what? This $50 scratch-off worked for me last time. I'm going to give it another go. $50 scratch-off, won $1 million again.
What?
Yikes.
They better be investigating that.
I'm just saying.
That seems.
This hillbilly won twice in 2 months.
That's got the Monopoly game written all over it. That's a whole nother scandal.
Have you ever? Did you know they had $50 scratch-offs?
No. I mean, I could see if you bought $50 worth of scratch-offs.
It's one scratch-off, $50.
Whoa. Well, maybe that's the only person that ever buys them is her. She keeps winning. Maybe they ought to rethink this. It's not a good deal. This is not good if you're a Portuguese soccer fan, specifically of a team called Lanc Villaverdense. Let them live. They're not good right now. They're in the second division of Portuguese soccer. And with their 1-0 loss this weekend, they got relegated down to the third division. Yikes, that's no good. Here's the problem. Paris Hilton's brother-in-law, whose name is Courtney Ream, he made his professional debut as a soccer player for Lanc Villaverdense. And you might say, well, has he been with the team all season? No, he hasn't. He's friends with the club's owner, Canadian Adrian Johansson, and apparently is also a minority investor in the club. Also, he's 45 years old, has never played professional soccer. This was a relegation game. They lost it 1-0, and he got inserted into the game in the 75th minute. There's still time on the clock. Perhaps they could have saved their season with the better player. Instead, their owner had a little boys club moment. That's not good. And also, I'm sure it sucks if you're a fan of that team. I also didn't know Paris Hilton was married, but let her live. She is, and her brother-in-law is a giant seahole. Yikes. Different segment.
All right. On Saturday, Common Man's White Sox, they led the Cardinals 6-5 in the bottom of the 10th. 2 outs, bases loaded, and there was an 0-1 count on the batter. Then the rain came, and it had a 3-hour rain delay. Yikes. Then the game resumed. It actually lasted only a minute more because after just 3 pitches, the game was over when C.B. Bucknor, our favorite umpire, well, second favorite umpire, right? He called a pitch a strike that was a few inches off the plate. Yikes.
Bad. I flipped it on.
Oh.
There were 7 people left in that ballpark. They were all, as you can tell, just pissed their pants drunk. And so was C.B. Bucknor.
Well, for 3 hours to not just say we'll play it again tomorrow or we'll resume from here.
Game. We'll come back we're playing again tomorrow anyway.
Right.
Come a few minutes early and we'll wrap this up.
Yeah. But then to have him stick around for that kind of bogus call, that's a joke.
Terrible. It looks like ESPN is taking over the NFL Network. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Stop and go traffic is causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between 33 and I-70. And there's a 5-minute slowdown on eastbound 161 between 270 Northeast and New Albany Road. This report is sponsored by Discover. As humans, we like having options. One option you might like is speaking with a real person when you call about your credit card. With 24/7 live U.S.-based customer service from Discover, everyone can talk to a real person anytime, day or night. Limitations apply. See terms at discover.com/credit card. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Schedule your free in-home estimate today, and for every 2 windows you buy, the next 2 are free, plus 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. Restrictions apply. Check them out online, uwd.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
There's a little slice of heaven in a mountain town escape. A pace of life that's less hurried, more authentic, where people greet you with a smile and experiences feel down to earth, yet elevated. From Appalachian art to wineries and craft breweries, live music to a lively spirit. This is West Virginia. We call it Almost Heaven. Plan your getaway now at wvtourism.com.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pac Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pac Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from the other window place.
So, Wilson, you're running a window deal.
Yep. Buy 1 window, get 2 free. Or 5 or 10. It's all the same.
Oh.
Well, it's not real, but it sounds good to the buyer, so...
That does not sound good.
Oh, it is not. What's your deal?
So we have 5 different window lines so that all budgets can afford Pella without an unreal deal.
Lame.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
The Fan is your home for NBA playoff action. Catch every game of the conference finals and NBA finals on The Fan and ESPN Columbus. How does one listen to such magical things? On the Fan app, silly. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. Do it.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State is designed
to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access
to cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
FC Series presents Premier League giants Manchester City versus Chelsea. Don't miss the chance to see these great teams live at Ohio Stadium. Get your tickets now at fcseries.com.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Not here, baby.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we've got 7.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like number 3.
Sunny Street Cafe. Classic breakfast and lunch. Comfort food. But like if Grandma went to culinary school.
With 8 locations.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest,
Because he's fat.
Here's Man and Bone.
You know, working here is fun for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
I get to do the show with you. I get to see Teddy every single day, except Wednesdays.
Well, yeah. No Wednesday, Ted.
You know, I get to do this radio show where I get to talk to thousands of people every single day. Also, interacting with television at Channel 10. Very interesting.
Yes.
Just had on 10 TV and saw Dom Taberi out talking to crew fans, as he loves to do.
Yes.
And he's interviewing Crew Cat.
I didn't hear the audio.
Well, I don't know what audio there would be. It's Crew Cat, to my knowledge, not vocal.
Do we know which Crew Cat it is, by the way? Because we're on generation 3 of the Crew Cats. You know, like when there was PlayStation 1, PS2. We're on PS3 now of Crew Cats. And I got to say, Crew fans, not happy that they've changed the look of Crew Cat yet again.
Crew fans are not happy about a lot of things.
That's right. That's right.
And you know what? I respect the hell out of them. I really do.
Hey,
how you doing? Hey, big cat, come over here. Hey.
Are you the original? What's up with your dad?
Hey, you got the HE double hockey sticks is real coming up this weekend.
Right.
Your thoughts?
They can say hell, right? He can say hell is real on 10 TV. No, you can say hell is real. That's the name of it. I mean, if it was,
you can, but I don't know if he's going to say it.
Yeah, like if it was like the F-bomb was in there, you can't. That's different.
I have no sound up, so I can't hear it. But that's in my mind. It's just him throwing out questions and getting no response, or getting purely visual responses like.
The best part is, so if you're not aware, Hell is Real right now is going on, and there is a contest. This week is Hell is Real. The game is Saturday, FC Cincinnati versus Columbus.
Be a little nippy.
Oh, yeah?
Temperature's going to drop.
Oh,
50s.
Well, of course. Well, you know what, though? Perfect weather for a soccer game.
That's right. I love
That's fine. That's fine. But there are crew fans who are currently camped out at the LDC, and the contest is whoever, I guess, can. There's competitions, there's other things you're doing, but it's also a part, how long can you stay out there? So whoever wins this competition is going to get tickets to the game this weekend, and I guess tickets when they play Miami, which, of course, that's Lionel Messi's team. So those are two very highly sought-after tickets. So people are out there doing this. I believe at one point, the leader on the scoreboard, the fan, his name that was posted on the leaderboard, as I understand it, someone who goes by the moniker multiple scoregasm. Let him live. So I hope multiple scoregasm wins, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, what's a scoregasm? Your thought, cat.
The cat can't even do that. Cat can't say anything.
The cat got your tongue, cat.
Yeah, see, there you go. Now
Where's the construction guys?
I think they had a good idea of just sending Dom right out there with, like, you know, everyone from a crew fan standpoint, but especially with the people who are camping out for this thing, because you are getting the diehards of diehards out there. And as Dom likes to say, supporters support. So he's out there with supporters right now.
All right, here's a article that Teddy printed out from Big Piece of Crap Mike Florio, ProFootballTalk.com.
That's his website now.
Yes, Big Piece of Crap.
MikeFlorio.com. ProFootballTalk.com.
In January, the New York Post reported that the NFL and ESPN were in advanced talks that could result in the NFL taking an equity stake in ESPN, and that would give ESPN control of NFL media. Nearly 4 months later, there's a growing belief in the industry that a deal is coming as soon as next week. God, I love the as soon as. I love it. Mm-hmm. As one industry insider put it, the agreement is all but signed. That would help explain the NFL's recent slash and burn approach to the NFL network. If ESPN is going to be taking over, why should the NFL renew contracts? Well, so here we go.
It's fair.
I mean,
fair from the business side of they're saying, why would they renew contracts when they know they might not be in charge of that anyway at some point? But
right. So, I mean, look, we've talked about the possibility of this, that there's really going to be no separation anymore between the league and the entity that broadcasts the league.
Yeah.
That's just, it's going to become more and more obvious as we go on and these television contracts change hands and the NFL dips their toes into the fanatics.
Yeah.
The broadcast partner, the streaming partner, the gambling entity. All of these things will be tied in with the league. And 99% of you will never notice and not care. But there are people, and I'm guessing Florio's one of them, who will be beating the drum for independent journalism if such a thing exists. He says it does, but then again, he is on an NBC show, Sunday Night Football,
which also has that connection.
That has a contract and is broadcasting, and I'm sure he has bosses at NBC that wouldn't take kindly from him saying incendiary things about Roger Goodell, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Two quick thoughts there. One, some of the primary sources for news around the NFL are guys like Adam Schefter, who gets paid a lot of money by ESPN. And if ESPN is taking over NFL Network and essentially running that, yes, you can be independent of that, right? Like Fox Sports, if you get a Fox Sports report, one of their writers or somebody says something about the Big Ten, well, they run Big Ten Network. So you can still have independent journalism. It just doesn't look as clean when you do it this way.
Right.
The other thought that I think we have to all address here when it comes to this world that we live in is I don't know what independent journalism is anymore, because when you talk about a local beat writer of an NFL team, if they write something that the team doesn't like, the team could easily just say, hey, you're not welcome back anymore. You can't cover the team. And now they don't typically do that in the NFL because they're smart and they realize that's bad for business. But if they ever do decide to do that, if they start restricting access, you see that in other sports as it is, and occasionally it happens in the NFL, occasionally it happens with some of these media partners. If they want to restrict access to people that they don't like, then you're going to see that independence go down further. So that's why having an ESPN be completely independent of the NFL would be better, because they have the resources to say, screw you. You don't want to let Adam Schefter around? He'll find a way. He'll talk to all the agents. He'll get all what he needs to get. The fact that they are more in bed with the NFL as opposed to less, that is not a great thing.
Fat Boy Food Tip coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find slow traffic on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue. And we've got a 10-minute slowdown on eastbound 670 between 315 and 270. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by ER Auto Care. We are masters of our craft.
Have you heard? Skyline now has nachos with a layer of queso blanco under that amazing Skyline chili and cheese. Try them straight up or get the deluxe nachos with lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and sour cream at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game, you've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Whether you're popping the question or ready to say I do, there's only one true jeweler to shop for your one true love. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. As a true jeweler, we not only have luxury designer collections to meet your bridal needs, but we also have talented in-house designers who can create something truly one of a kind. For more than 75 years, our expert staff has been caring for couples just like you and providing the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. Visit the Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center. The possibilities are endless.
Hey folks, Austin Ward here, and I'm going to piggyback on what Chops has already challenged you all with, dropping 40 pounds by the 4th of July. Sounds crazy, right? Well, I dropped 50 in that same amount of time with Awaken 180. 40 by the 4th is a cakewalk? Yeah, put a real goal on your calendar. It changes the game. Imagine this, your scale is flashing 230 pounds today. What if I told you it could read 190 by the 4th of July? Maybe it's sitting at 300 right now. Think about how sweet 260 would look. Easier on the eyes, and hey, for me, it's been easier on the golf course too. It's totally doable. Look at the stats. Me, 50 pounds. Chops, 95 pounds. Scotty Vegas is already down 40. We're talking real results, attainable goals, and a process so simple it feels like cheating. Except it's totally legit. Awaken 180 is the cheat code we all need. Drop your 40 by the 4th and celebrate with a cracked beer and burger in hand like me. It starts with one call to Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Dial 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And now through June 30th, get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by CEC Turf and Tractor in Athens, Canal, Winchester, Lancaster, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota tractors and mowers, or check them out online at CECTurfandTractor.com.
Open your door to a beautiful Nature Stone basement floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. Save up to 50% during their May is for Moms sales event. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. The AL Central leading Cleveland Guardians begin a series at home with the Detroit Tigers tonight. Guardians trying for a third straight win. Off night for both the Cincinnati Reds and Columbus Clippers. 2 NBA playoff series tonight. Game 1, Indiana in New York to meet the Knicks. Western Conference, it's Minnesota and Denver. Timberwolves won the opening game of that series. Cleveland begins their second-round series tomorrow at Boston. Dallas Mavericks signed head coach Jayson to a multi-year contract extension today. Just one game of the NHL playoffs tonight. Boston at Florida in Game 1 of their second-round series. Winnipeg Jets coach Rick Bowness announced his retirement today, a finalist for the Coach of the Year award. Bowness coached the Jets for the last 2 years, and all total spent 38 years in various roles in the NHL. This update brought to you by Nature Stone. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. It's as simple as that. Tell your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Jason's Beef is coming up at 5:34, our weekly visit with Jason Stark. He is still dealing with a leaky hose bib.
Yeah.
He's also packing for Italy.
Okay.
He's going there soon. He's very excited.
Fun.
What was I going to say to you? Oh, Kyle Larson, your guy.
Not my guy.
Won the NASCAR race in Kansas last night by 0.001 seconds.
Closest margin in NASCAR history.
Right. Closest finish in history. That's quite the deal.
Yeah.
Is he the N-word guy?
He is.
Okay.
He was the guy who a few years ago, I believe during the pandemic, they were doing a lot of like simulation racing, video game racing online, and he thought his microphone was off, and he blurted out the N-word, and rightfully so, got, dropped from all his sponsors and all that stuff. Now they've let him back into NASCAR, and he's like won everything. He's been very, very good.
All right.
He's a fantastic driver. I'm not a fan of him off the track myself personally. However, that all said, this race, it is 4 guys finished within a half second of each other.
I saw the photo of it.
Yeah, I mean the 2 guys are right there, but if you look, there's 2 more cars at their door. They're just not close enough to win it, but they all finished within a millisecond of each other.
It's like Mystic Dan. Photo finish.
That's it. You had photo finish at the Derby, at Kentucky Derby, 3 wide there, and then you had the closest finish in NASCAR history. They said that 0.001 seconds, right? I think that's what it was. It's 3 inches is the difference. And you know what? It's always good to know that 3 inches can be enough. You know what I'm saying?
Look at you.
I think that's always good to keep in mind.
You.
Just good to remember that. Just all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that race this Kansas race has become the one that if you know nothing about NASCAR, what's the race everybody says, oh, NASCAR, you got to watch this one race. What's the race?
Daytona 500.
Right. Throw that in the garbage can. Watch this race. I'm telling you, Teddy, am I wrong? Other than the Daytona 500, you get as good or better racing in this than you even get at Daytona.
Yeah, Kansas the last couple years, it's been the best racing.
Why is that? Just track design?
Well, they've done something with the cars. They changed it a few years ago, and for whatever reason, these cars, Kansas is a 1.5 mile track. It's very wide. It's got a decent amount of banking, but they can also pass each other. It has to do with a bunch of science that I am not smart enough to tell you about, and I don't even know if they fully know exactly what it is. But something has happened with these cars at that racetrack where it is just, every time they go there, it is lights out, one of the best races you'll ever see. And then you've got, F1. As much as I like F1, the difference with that is you saw yesterday, right? Lando Norris gets a safety car, and then nobody can pass him. Or if you don't get the safety car, if you don't get stuck in the pits, or if you don't get the wrong pit strategy, there's no passing going on at that track. Yet that one is the one more people want to go to, and I get it. Right. It's Miami, it's fun. But if you want to see the best racing, even if it is cars just going in a circle, you are going to have probably a wild finish at Kansas 9 times out of 10.
Tom Brady had the roast this weekend. Also, it was his first season as part owner of Birmingham City, the soccer club.
How'd that go for them?
Well, they've been relegated to the 3rd tier now of British soccer.
You hate to see that. That's I'll tell you, as a newly minted in the last year Aston Villa fan, Aston Villa, they reside in Birmingham. Birmingham City and Aston Villa no like each other. So I saw a lot of Aston Villa fans very happy to see Birmingham not just be in the 2nd division, now they're dropped down to the 3rd division.
Man, how wonderful must that be? If you have a deep hatred with another team, right? Like we have a deep hatred for Michigan, right?
Of course.
And it's fun to watch them not win or lose to App State and things like that. Let's not pay attention to what we've seen the last few years.
No.
But even then, as bad as things get, well, they'll be here next year. Yeah, right? I'm looking sad-faced Michigan fan, but eventually they'll be right back here. Next year, we'll do it all again. But to hate somebody so much to know that their ultimate rock bottom is being thrown out of the league that they're in because they're that bad. And now it hasn't just happened once with Birmingham City. Now they're in the 3rd tier.
Oh, yeah.
What would that be for college football? We've always joked that promotion relegation in the Big Ten should be Big Ten MAC. What's the step below that?
I mean, it would be it'd be out of
D2, right?
You'd be an FCS, right? Or D2 or something. Yeah, you're right. Like, honestly, outside of there being, because, they have these other competitions like the FA Cup, they have other things that they play in England, not just their Premier League season. But outside of that, there is no chance for these two rivals to play for not just 1 year. At minimum, it will take Birmingham City 2 years to get back up to the Premier League. Aston Villa, theoretically, I guess, could be so bad next year that they get relegated.
Well, I guess.
But they're finishing in the top 5. They're flying this year. They're playing as awesome as they've ever played. They're not very likely to get relegated next year. So barring that happening, and then Birmingham City still would have to win. That's the closest it could happen in a year. Most likely, if Birmingham City goes crazy next year, wins the 3rd division, they go up to the 2nd division, they have to go crazy again and get all the way. You're a minimum of 2 years away from your rivalry being played again.
See, to me,
and those Villa fans are thrilled.
They're
thrilled.
The ultimate flex is not, well, we just beat you every time we play you. It's, you're not even worthy enough to play us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We won't see you next year because you're not even on our level. You're not good enough.
This is how deep the hatred runs for Michigan for me. If I knew that was an option, not on the reverse. I don't want to be Birmingham City, to be clear. No. I'm saying if I knew that I could be so good and my rival could be so bad that we're not even in the same division anymore.
Well, we can't play them every year. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the beauty part.
Oh, yes.
They're going to be dreaming about just being able to lose to us again because then at least they're on the same level.
Dude, that's what rivalries are to me. Yes, there is the playing them all the time, playing them every year, having that consistency. And college football is nothing better than that, right? Because every year, usually at the end of the year for a lot of these rivalries, that's when you get to meet up and do that once again. It's a passage of time. Every year it happens. You kind of think back on all the other ones you've watched. I get that that's special. However, sports rivalries to me, They're fun when you have the opportunity to have that leg up on the other. That's the ultimate. That's how you win, right? I mean, not just winning it once. I don't want a rivalry to be 500 that my team is in. I want my team to be 100% if they can be in the rivalry. I saw this with not the same level, right? But the burgeoning rivalry between the Crew and FC Cincinnati. Hell is Real is this weekend. I saw that some of the FC Cincinnati fans, they're actually all talking this rivalry down. Because because they got beat in the playoffs last year in that epic comeback by the Crew. The Crew went on to win MLS Cup. FC Cincinnati's not playing as well as they could this year. They've had some injuries too. But the point is, those fans are basically saying, this rivalry, it's not even really a rivalry right now because we're not winning. And I look at that and go, yes. Like that, that's what I want to hear from the rival. I hope they're all downplaying it, like Michigan used to when they would talk about Sparty's the real rival.
Michigan State's really the rival.
Great. I'm glad you feel that way. I'm glad because that means we're kicking your ass.
And that's why I get frustrated with Buckeye fans saying, before the game is even played, well, there is a scenario we can make the playoffs even if we lose to Michigan. Shut up!
No. Not even.
You're making excuses because you know there's a good chance you can't win the damn game.
No.
You're a loser.
I love rivalries where you can basically just walk away from the other team and be like, yeah, well, see you in a couple years, I guess. Good luck with that. That's what Villa and Birmingham City have right now, and that's awesome.
Fat Boy Food, yeah.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
All right, Bone, what do you got?
Well, I was doing some Fat Boy Food Tip research this weekend, and I was looking specifically for things you can order at a restaurant that are a little off the beaten path, maybe something that I'd like to try that's new at a place I've been to many a time. I found one of these things. I've been to Cheesecake Factory dozens of times. I love a good Cheesecake Factory visit. Nothing wrong with that for me. Now, they have a very extensive menu. As you've seen, if you've ever been there, it's like a book you have to leaf through. I mean, it's huge. But I heard about something that I've never tried there, and I need to. It is called the Chicken Parm Pizza Style. Are you aware of this?
I'm not aware of it.
Okay. It appears to be a very thinly but very big portion, very thin portion of a chicken parm breaded piece of chicken. So it says here it's chopped chicken breast coated with breadcrumbs. So I'm guessing it's not like obviously a flattened out piece of chicken breast. They've had to chop this up to get it this big, but it is very thin, almost like a pizza crust. Then it's deep fried or whatever they do to it to get it to be crispy with the breadcrumbs. Cover it in marinara sauce and tons of melted cheese. As you can imagine, it looks even more like a pizza. Then they top it with angel hair pasta in the middle with an Alfredo cream
like
sauce.
Fat person's dream.
Dude, I have heard people who've had this. I was reading up on it, and everyone who's had it said, I ignore the rest of their menu. This is what I get.
Well, you know what? It sounds fantastic. Do not ignore the rest of the menu. Let me tell you my little secret flex.
Okay.
And by secret flex, thing that I've had there that I like.
Okay, that's great.
French dip cheeseburger.
Yep.
All right. Now it's a burger, sauteed onions, cheese, served on a brioche roll. Okay, soft brioche roll. They cut it into thirds.
Oh, so you're saying like a hoagie roll or like a
like a hoagie roll. Actually, kind of. It reminds me of the Roman burger a little bit from. Mr. Hero.
Big fan of that.
And so they cut it into thirds. They serve it with a side of sriracha aioli, which you can dip the sandwich in or dip the fries in, which I love.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it has a cup of jus.
Yes, the au jus.
So you can dip the sandwich in the mayo. You can dip it in the jus sauce. It is fantastic. Let me tell you this. If you like your food salty, this will not disappoint. This dips a toe into almost inedible salty.
For you.
But doesn't go all the way.
For you.
Yes.
Well,
but I'm telling you.
You should let people know you love salt.
I do. I love salt. You will eat. If you have this for dinner, you will wake up in the middle of the night and go like this. Because you will need water. But it is delicious and fat.
Yeah. He is, folks, he's like a white-tailed deer. You just put one of those big salt licks out there and he just can't stop himself. But if you like it that salty, then that's good to know. Yeah, I am.
All sandwiches should be served with au jus.
I agree with you.
All of them.
Yes, just meat juice.
Yes. My option, salty meat juice. Thank you. Salty slurry.
Now,
give it to me.
I don't think this is the same thing. I've heard that in England, in some of the soccer stadiums back in the day, there was a thing that they served called Bovril.
I know what you're about to say.
It's not like that, right?
We need to have a separate conversation.
Okay.
About that.
Okay.
And we'll do it next.
Great.
That was the good portion. Now we're going to talk about disgusting food.
Okay, because
coming up next.
I was wondering how you feel about Bovril.
Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's a 30-minute slowdown due to an accident blocking 2 lanes on westbound 70 on the west side before Hilliard-Rome Road, and some stop-and-go traffic on eastbound 70 on the west side between Mount Street and 315. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, Thomas Salvano. Laborers Local 860 Cleveland. Thomas is a proud 33-year journeyman. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1. The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors, voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Tracy, over to you for weather.
The sun must be shining, Dave, because the 7 for 7 sale is back at Meijer. Mix or match hundreds of items like extra large avocados and mangoes, Kraft macaroni and cheese, and Glass O vitamin water. Pick any 7 for just $7. There's a strong chance of saving with the same quality Meijer deals in store or online. Back to you, Dave.
Sounds great, Tracy.
Deals so good, you've just got to talk about them. Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
Skyline now has Coney kits with everything you need to build and serve 24 delicious cheese conies. They're perfect for watch parties, birthdays, or any fun gathering. Call ahead and order your Coney kit today at participating Skyline locations while supplies last.
If you look at the front of your house and think, yeah, she could use a little makeup, we are Deluxe Door Systems. It's truly amazing to see how one garage door can completely transform the look of an entire home. See what we could do for yours at deluxedoorsystems.com.
Have you seen the redesigns of the new Honda lineup? They're outstanding. Hey, it's Anthony here for my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. How does leasing a new 2024 Civic LX sedan for $279 a month sound? How about pre-owned rates from 1.99% on certified vehicles? Accords, HRVs, CRVs, and even more savings if you're a current Honda owner or you lease. You've got to go to Germain Honda of Dublin. It's fun, it's quick, it's easy, and it's on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
Attention all shoppers, get ready for unbelievable savings at Midwest Vapors. Our shelves are packed with incredible deals and our clearance section is overflowing. From premium cigars to disposables, Midwest Vapors has slashed prices across the board. Don't miss out. Swing by Midwest Vapors today and stock up on your favorites at an incredible price. Midwest Vapors, where quality meets affordability. Visit Midwest Vapors today at 2344 Stringtown Road in Grove City or online at MidwestVaporsOhio.com.
Vote in the Daily Fan Poll at 971thefan.com or on X, formerly known as Twitter.
The Daily Fan Poll is sponsored by ER Auto Care, masters of our craft.
There's a little slice of heaven in a country road's escape. Pure perfection in the form of uncrowded nature. Over 1.5 million acres of parks and public lands. From mountain biking to stargazing. Churning white water to quiet trout streams far off the grid. Almost heaven is down to earth in West Virginia. Plan your getaway now at wvtourism.com.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Spring Sale. Did you know that right now you can save up to 50%?
On bookcases?
Yep.
Office storage?
Yeah.
Ooh, something for the kiddos?
We've got you. Plus, IKEA family members get an extra 10% on select sale items.
Sign me up.
Don't miss out on the big IKEA Spring Sale. Visit your local IKEA store or go to IKEA-USA.com/offers now through 5/7. Offer valid 4/17 to 5/7. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store on IKEA-USA.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Don't pay retail for diamonds. Come to cleanorigin.com, the lab-grown diamond experts. Mention code radio10 for 10% off. That's cleanorigin.com, online or one of their retail stores.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Showers and an isolated thunder shower on this Monday. Mostly cloudy skies, light winds, and temperatures right around 70. Overnight will fall back down to around 60 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies and light winds. During the day on Tuesday, increasing clouds. Chances of showers and thunderstorms increase during the afternoon into Tuesday evening. Some of the storms could be strong to severe with high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
All right. So, we normally like to talk about delicious foods on this show. That will change here.
That's right.
Back in the day in this country, the concessions at ballparks and the food offerings when you go to a game weren't great. You get a hot dog of questionable quality, bag of peanuts, fine, beer, fine. But they didn't have the gourmet selection they have today. Well, back even 20, 30 years ago in English soccer, concessions were really unheard of. Having food, even today, they don't have a ton of food options at those places. People just don't go there and eat. It's not what they do.
It's getting better, right? Even at those places in England, supposedly they've started trying to up the game. But you're right, like that was not the idea, especially in England culturally. I don't think it was come to the ballpark, come out to watch a game, and we're going to have tons of food options for you. That's not what that was.
No. So what they would do at the English soccer games was sip on something to A, counteract some of the beer they've already had, and B, try and stay warm because it's cold and windy and rainy and they need something. So they decided that Bovril was going to be the thing. Now, this is from Wikipedia. This is very scientific. All right, this is not me exaggerating. This is from Wikipedia. Bovril is the trademark name of a thick and salty meat extract paste.
Whoa.
Similar to a yeast extract.
Okay.
Developed in the 1870s by John Lawson Johnston. It is sold in a distinctive bulbous jar and as cubes and granules.
So a bit like a beef bouillon, maybe? Something like that?
Yes. Bovril can be made into a drink referred to in the UK as, wait for it, beef tea.
That is actually also my nickname in the UK.
Beef tea.
Yes.
By diluting it with hot water or less commonly with milk. It can be used as a flavoring for soups, broth, stews, or porridge, or as a spread.
Oh.
Especially on toast in a similar fashion to Marmite and Vegemite. So anyway, they would have hot cups of this swill beef tea.
Yes.
And this is what they would drink when they were trying to stay warm and relatively sober watching a soccer game.
Yeah, I've read in, I forget what book I was reading about soccer at this time in the UK, but they were the person who was writing about it was not reminiscing fondly about this moment where they were basically saying, yeah, you'd go in, there would be, they'd terraces, like they would have basically a flat ramp down to the stadium, down to the field rather. So not even like no seats and just benches. I'm saying like a flat loading dock, essentially just right down to the field. People would stand on that slanted thing, and then when a goal would happen, they'd all kind of push forward. That obviously has ended in disaster in England in some cases because people got crushed literally to death in those terraces. But they said that in the 70s, what you would do is you'd stand there, you'd try to like avoid the violence outside where the hooliganism was going on and all these different things are happening. You drink your beer, you'd get in. The only thing available to eat in there was this Bovril stuff. And after you've had a bunch of beer and then you're jumping up and down, you're yelling, maybe you got into a fist fight. Suddenly now you're trying to stay warm with this Bovril stuff. And at some point it would come up. And that would lead to just, now that's everywhere. That's the smell you have. Plus people also, sometimes long lines at the bathroom. So there would just be public urination going on. What I'm saying is it sounds like a miserable time to go watch a soccer game. Not that maybe for some of you, you'd never watch a soccer game. I understand if it's not your thing. But I don't think you could pay me enough money to go to one of those, to go back in time and go check out that scene. I have no desire to do that.
Early versions of this drink were made of horse meat.
Oh.
So there's that.
Oh.
Also, Bovril had a very famous endorser once upon a time ago in the early 1900s.
Who is that?
And that is Pope Leo XIII. He appeared in advertisements.
What?
With him seated on the throne drinking Bovril. God-likey Bovril.
Does that... God-likey. Bovril Worky. It also does feel like someone probably in Britain, they're known for their euphemisms. I could see somebody saying, I say, do you think Tottenham wins today? And the other one says, does the Pope drink Bovril? It's like, yes, he does. So yes. Yes, you think that? Yes.
The
yes is the
campaign
answer.
slogan read, the two infallible powers, the Pope and Bovril.
And infallible, for what it's worth.
Is that what I say?
I think it's infallible.
Infallible?
It's Bovril.
Hey, gin
Either
and
way,
juice. Gin and juice.
Yeah, I often do like to go to the international food marts and try to, catch on to different things I've not experienced. Try different foods. I love going down to that Jungle Gyms and finding some food there that they have from, say, Great Britain.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever saw Bovril, that's a limit for me. I'm not crossing. I'm not trying Bovril. Maybe there's an application for it where it's good.
Make it.
Yeah, I see that. They have a little jar of it where you... Yeah, no thanks. It's not.
I like anything you can drink and also spread on toast. That to me is a good time.
Yeah, I mean,
I would try it. It's probably just like bouillon cubes.
That's fine. I wouldn't try it the way it was served, where people would drink it. Like again, we did have those Campbell's. Remember those soup? I don't know if they still make them. Little soup cups where you heat it up in the microwave and then it had a little sipping lid on it, so you could actually drink it. And I guess you would do that with like a chicken soup.
T-Bone.
Well, hello, Queen. How are you?
I heard some people talking about my favorite pastime.
Which is?
Football and beef tea.
Oh, you like the Bovril.
Oh, the Duke and I would spread it all over our bodies and make hot, passionate love while reeking of horse meat.
How often would you say you consumed Bovril, just out of curiosity?
Every week.
Really?
Oh, yes, we'd have Bovril night.
Oh, that
Me
sounds...
and the Corgis and the Duke would get together. It would be a good old-fashioned tongue lashing.
I see. How did you feel about maybe some of the other different foods the Great Britain is known for, like bangers and mash?
Oh, I love bangers and mash. Love them.
Yeah?
I also love some spotted dick.
That's the next one I was going to ask you about.
I love a good spotted dick.
That one seems to have fallen out of favor, though, recently. People aren't as up on spotted dick. How about blood pudding? Do you enjoy that?
I love it. The bloodier, the better.
Oh.
I want it to taste like minerals.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
With breakfast.
We have to go. Jason Stark is waiting.
Okay, last question.
What?
Beans on toast. Fan?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Did you start that tradition? Why is that a thing? It seems
Why
disgusting.
not? Anything on toast. We spread the beef tea on toast.
Well, okay. Well, enjoy your beans and beef
Beggars
tea.
can't be choosers. Bye-bye.
You were literally the queen of an empire, but sure.
Jason's beef tea is coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll hit a 30-minute slowdown due to an accident blocking 2 lanes if you're on southbound 315 before I-70. And we have a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by COSI, Center of Science and Industry. Transport yourself back in time and explore the fascinating and harrowing story of the Titanic's maiden voyage. Don't miss Titanic, the Artifact Exhibition, now open at COSI, featuring over 200 authentic artifacts, room recreations, and more. Tickets on sale now. Book your voyage at cosi.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by ER Auto Care. We are masters of our craft.
Hey, Mother's Day is around the corner. It's Bobby Carpenter. I want to make my mom feel special. I want to make my wife feel special. And I'm going to do that with the help of, you guessed it, Bob Evans. They help your family feel loved. They take the stress off of mom's plate with the Mother's Day brunch bundle. It's the hot cakes or the French toast, kiss with that fresh strawberry topping, or the Mother's Day breakfast bundle. It's that signature sausage and gravy y'all love. Or just get the gift cards and make it easy for mom for dine-in or carry-out. Check them out at bobevans.com.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
There was some speed to this.
The sudden roars.
Gauged it just right.
That Sunday celebration.
From Oslo to Ohio, Victor Hovland is the champion.
It's better live. Join us at the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, June 3rd through 9th. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Wednesday night at 8 on The Fan.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Atlas Butler is built to keep you comfortable, and our plumbing services are no exception. You can rely on Atlas Butler for trusted, convenient plumbing and drain service. Our expert plumbers and drain specialists can take care of anything, from a broken water heater to a clogged drain. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Grab life by the chicken fingers and savor the day with hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Common Man here for Diamonds Direct. Hey, Mother's Day is coming. Don't forget, make this a memorable year for the mom in your life with a gift from Diamonds Direct. When you hear Diamonds Direct, you probably think engagement rings, but they have an awesome selection of fashion jewelry, including pearls, gemstones, and diamonds starting at just $200. $200. And you know what else? $200 at Diamonds Direct? Looks like you spent way more. The experts at Diamonds Direct will help you pick out a gift that's personal, timeless, and sentimental. Here's a pro tip from me to you. For mom, it's not about the jewelry, it's It's about what the jewelry symbolizes. So maybe it's a necklace with an initial on it or a birthstone. Those are not going to break the bank. And now is the perfect time to shop those styles at Diamonds Direct for the best quality price and the best possible shopping experience. There is no better choice than Diamonds Direct. Go see them on Polaris Parkway, right in front of Polaris Fashion Place, diamondsdirect.com. And for all you moms out there, happy Mother's Day. And don't forget to tell them Common Man sent you.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
He likes baseball. He likes solar eclipses. He likes Shohei Ohtani. But he loves roast beef sandwiches. It's time for Jason's Beef with everyone's favorite baseball writer, podcaster, author, and former mustache owner, Jayson Stark.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
The Hall of Famer joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Hello, how's the hose bib?
The hose bib has been repaired. The basement might take some time. Thanks for asking.
Lots of water damage down there?
There's a giant hole in my drywall. Does that say anything at all?
That's no good.
What do you do down in the basement? Is it like your man cave area, or is it just for storage?
Or secret option C, do you allow your entire family to also hang out in the basement, as some people do?
There's some combination of stuff. Once my daughter moved back home and all her stuff took over half of it, it became less appealing. But I am literally down there every day. I work out there. I do a lot of work and prep there. And now I just got to dodge a bunch of water-damaged furniture items when I do that.
Can I ask this question? I know, obviously, everybody does what they can to stay in shape. What's the Jayson Stark workout routine looking like these days? What do you do? What's your bench right now?
All right, my standard workout day is a lot of time on the stationary bike while I watch video and go through the internet, so I'm up to speed on every game played the previous day. And then I try to do some, I can't believe we're even talking this, some light weights and 100 crunches most days.
100 crunches?
100 crunches. That's incredible.
I don't think I've done 100 crunches in the last 10 years if you put it all together.
No, I definitely haven't. If you don't count getting up and getting down out of bed, I think that's about the only ones I do these days.
Is that a crunch? It's something. It's probably not a crunch.
But you can feel the abs moving. I mean, I classify that as a crunch. I went to Arby's on Saturday. Does that count for anything?
There's some crunching going on there for sure.
There was a good curly fries right out of the fryer. Very hot and crispy. I had myself a beef and cheddar, Jayson.
You had a beef and cheddar and crunchy fries right out of the fryer?
Oh, yes. It was good. Ooh. And one of the fries was so long it almost took up the entire box.
Can we play that belch sound effect now?
Yeah, that'd be really good, actually.
I don't have that, but I do have this. Here you go. You listen. That's what's happening. That's what happened with the hose bib. It went right through your ceiling.
There you go.
Do you have a hose bib in your digestive system?
Well, it's disconnected. I managed to take it off in the wintertime.
There you go.
Marlon, should we talk some baseball or just more crunches with Jayson?
It's your call. It's your show.
All right. No, it's your show. You're on the show. You're part of the show. You get your own open. How many people get their own open on this show?
I don't know the answer to that, but I'm honored. I really enjoy it.
Marlon's already selling their pieces. I guess they know what they are, and they should know what they are. Do you think other teams will follow suit and start trading early, or do you think this is sort of an outlier?
The Marlins are an outlier, period. Like, how about Peter Bendix saying it was unlikely his team was going to make the playoffs? You think? They were 8-26? I think there's an excellent chance he was right on that. And once you start thinking it through, okay, what's unique to them? Peter Bendix just started there. He doesn't have ties to almost anyone on the roster, including the guy he traded. And all the guys he could conceivably sell were acquired by the previous regime. So it's so easy for him to be open for business. I don't know if I were a fan of that team, how I'd feel about every time they make the playoffs, they start a sell-off 15 minutes later, but it's a separate issue. They're a unique situation. If you start moving along to the White Sox and the Rockies, what do they have to sell? This is what teams ask me. The Rockies, I have no idea who they'd sell. I mean, maybe Ryan McMahon, the third baseman, might make sense. But if the Rockies even have a plan, it's news to the other 29 teams.
Well, I mean, they have assets they'd like to sell, but no one's going to take those checks.
They are so far from even being the fourth best team in their division that, wow, they're another unique case. You follow the White Sox. If they didn't want to sell Luis Robert, which they don't appear to, who would they sell that would help rebuild the franchise?
Well, again, maybe Eloy Jimenez gets hot or something, and he can bring you something, or Moncada stays healthy for 2 seconds, and maybe he can bring you. I don't. The answer is not a lot, Jason. That's the answer.
So I think what we're saying is, if there were going to be a major May sell-a-thon, could those three teams drive it?
No.
Yeah, I think that would be what the other 27 GMs would say. I might pop in that store to see what's on the shelves, but I'm probably not going to stay long.
Well, no,
I wish I didn't have to stay long.
On the other side of that trade, Jason, then you get the Padres now, who, granted, I mean, they're sitting at 500, but they're obviously not far off by any stretch in that division, and they've got a ton of talent in their lineup. And now you add arguably the best contact hitter that we've seen in the last 2 decades in baseball, if not longer. I mean, that's got to make them easily someone that shoots up the boards for possible picks to go then very far in the playoffs, assuming that all works out from a lineup standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, their lineup has a chance to be really good. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I mean, it's not a perfect fit, this player with that team, because they have infielders playing all over the diamond, and they don't really have an opening for Luis Arias, but they will bounce him around between second and DH and make sure he plays a lot because they need what he does. I don't know if they have enough pitching to get them into the playoffs. They're not going to beat the Dodgers, but it's been a really interesting discussion. Who's the next best team in that division? I think this would help push me to saying the Padres.
Jason's beef with our guy Jayson Stark. Quickly, 5 best teams in baseball. Who do you got?
I think I would say Dodgers number 1. They just swept the Braves. Orioles number 2 because they already have the best record in that league and they're just getting healthy. Then Phillies, Braves in some order. I guess you put the Phillies on top of them right now. And then probably Yankees, right? Yankees or Mariners, but probably Yankees. So Dodgers, Orioles, Phillies, Braves, Yankees. Is that a good power ranking?
Breaking news, Jayson Stark hates the Cleveland Guardians. You heard it here first.
Whoever it is, I hate your team.
That's right. I just wanted to get it out of the way so when all the tweets come in, our guards are like, right, the 5A, though. They're right there, right?
You know what? I was on your show, was it 2 weeks ago? We talked about the Guardians, and I talked about all the reasons they could win the division, but I wouldn't necessarily pick them. People started, going to their keyboard and firing out. Basically,
oh, really?
I must hate the Guardians because I didn't. They're 18-7. I didn't pick them to win the division.
No. Maybe the hose bib was compromised. Maybe it was no accident.
There was a bid that was compromised.
Oh, see? Now we know.
It was a hose bid. I can't say for sure.
Jason, we appreciate it, my friend. We'll talk to you next week.
Look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
Jason's Beef with our guy, Jason Stark, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Ooh. Hey, Crew Cat fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch for an accident on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the west side before Hilliard-Rome Road, causing some delay. It will be stop-and-go traffic from West Broad Street. And we have an accident on the right shoulder of northbound 270 on the east outer belt at Hamilton Road, and a 10-minute delay if you're on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 5th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. New name, same flexible payments. Go to directauto.com for a free quote. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I always have the greenest lawn in the neighborhood, and I swear by two things, people: water and Weed Man. Good news, I'm only selling you one of them. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will make sure your lawn is weed-free and looking gorgeous. Of course, they get rid of weeds, but they also do aeration, mosquito control, grub control, crabgrass prevention, and flea and tick control for your four-legged friends. For a free quote, go to weedman.com. That's weedman.com.
Rosati Windows, the best buying experience in the business.
After the sales process, our installers are the single most important part of the customer experience. Even great windows aren't worth a dime if they're not properly installed. We spend a lot of time testing and choosing our installers. I have to be positive that our customers will receive only the best.
Call Rosati Windows today, 777-4806.
Morning Juice.
This was something that the folks have wanted. You didn't know that you needed a 2-minute warning in college football until now. And you know what? The NCAA, they gave you that.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Spring is a season full of new life and new opportunities to celebrate. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. Anniversaries, new babies, graduations, plus everything in between, discover the perfect gift for every occasion. Visit us at the Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center.
Hi, I'm Janice. I'm a coach at Awaken 180 Weight Loss. One of my most successful clients, not only in weight loss, but in attitude, came to us with stern doctor's orders that if he didn't do something, he would be dead within 5 years. He did not initially even want to have the conversation, but he signed up for the program. By the second week on the program, he was thanking me, thanking the program. He could not believe how much better he felt. Within 8 weeks, he was down 55 pounds. He was a true transformation of body, but definitely of mind. And of course, he feels amazing.
Hey, it's Austin Ward with a reminder that losing weight with Awaken 180 isn't about the number on the scale. It's about how that number spearheads endless successes. Bring your goals to Awaken 180, then celebrate when you check off each and every one of them. Call 844-346-1800 or go online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Bob McElligott for Schottenstein Roofing. If you need repairs or replacement for your roof, siding, gutters, or windows, call Schottenstein Roofing at 614-321-8888. Schottenstein Roofing. a proud partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Welcome to the plus side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party. Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further. Become a member today and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Ohio Heating and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
All right, Teddy's yelling at me because I've neglected my sponsorship duties today.
How dare you?
Bad talk show host. I'm sorry. Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. There's that. Also, let me tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. You know, low T, what that stands for? Low testosterone. It's something that happens to men regardless of whether you keep yourself in good shape or eat right. You start losing testosterone every single year. And the only way you can get it back is with help. You know, Jayson Stark's in the basement doing crunches. That's not going to bring it back.
That was great to hear.
I mean, maybe it helps his abs, but it's not going to help his testosterone. If you need some help, then call my friends. The cost of the appointment's only $99. It includes a medical consult, T and PSA test, and if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Now, with all that said, Ryan Baker's here.
Yay.
I don't even know how I follow that up.
The Buckeye Show.
I never do, Bake. I'm always just sitting here, not sure what to say after that.
I said that there's no way to get your testosterone back unless you call my friends here. But actually listening to the Buckeye Show with Ryan Baker.
Oh, is that right?
Makes you potent.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you will ooze testosterone.
Well, that's because Low T is a sponsor of Timmy and the Buckeye Show as well.
That is correct. Tri-State Men's Health.
Tri-State Men's Health.
Yes, also sponsoring that show.
For sure. So that must be what it is.
So, Bake, we were just talking with Jayson Stark, and I always forget, Jayson is over 70 years old, I believe. I don't think we're wrong on that, right, Mike?
He's either 70 or knocking on the door.
Okay. Jayson told us that when he gets up every day, he goes downstairs, hops on the stationary bike, and watches video clips. Obviously, he has to do different shows he's doing, and so he'll watch baseball while on the stationary bike, and then lifts some light weights and does 100 crunches every day. I'm floored by the workout routine there for Jayson Stark.
The three of us might have ate 100 Star Crunches.
Oh, if you gave us those boxes, not the Little Debbie, but that's, the snack brand of Star Crunches, we could handle that no problem.
Yeah, we got that easy.
We could probably do that in less than an hour.
Jayson's birthday is on July 19th. Okay. On July 19th, he will be a healthy 73.
Let him live. That's great. That's good to hear.
Doing 100 crunches.
You've got to work off the Arby's every day.
Wow.
He loves being associated with that restaurant.
He doesn't eat that stuff.
This is a man who probably has been in that restaurant maybe once in his life. And yet he called us once from an Arby's parking lot, and then that's all it took.
I was at Arby's on Saturday thinking of him.
Did you get the Mott sticks?
I didn't know.
Oh. Those are some of the best Mott sticks in the game, are they not?
The best fast food Mott sticks
around. Can I tell you something just stupid?
Yeah.
And Bone can relate to this. So Saturday night, we were going to have a big, heavy dinner. That was the plan. We know what we're doing. Big, heavy dinner. And so I said to Kristen, I'm going to eat light for lunch. I'll go to Arby's. That's my eat light. Because I just had one beef and cheddar and a regular fry.
Well, that's fair.
And that's light.
It's not a lot.
See, this is where I've told this story on the air before. I went to my doctor, and he had said, how is your diet going? How are you eating? I said, pretty good. Mostly just eating Arby's these days. And I meant it as like, I'm not going to the more greasy, quote unquote, fast food places. And I also meant I'm getting one plain roast beef sandwich and then no fries and like a water to drink. And to me, that was like, hey, I'm cutting out a lot of the deep fried stuff. And I'm getting some
recognized
protein and some carbs. And then I was trying to eat a salad. But I didn't say any of that. I just said, I'm going to Arby's now, so I think we're good. And he's just like, I don't think that's a good plan.
Get out.
Yeah, it was pretty much, that was exactly the reaction, and I understand why.
All right, Baker, what's coming up on the Buckeye Show?
So the Buckeye quarterback position, that's a big issue I think we're all worried about a little bit. We're going to have a former Buckeye quarterback, Greg Fry, come on to talk about that. And then some interesting topics for the Buckeye football team that Tyvis came up with.
First Buckeye game I ever watched as a fan. Greg Fry torched Iowa.
There you go.
I remember watching it with my dad.
And Chops wasn't even born yet. He was angry as hell.
That's right. That's right. Buckeye Show, top of the hour, right here on the Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page. With Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, if you've recently eaten at a steakhouse in Kansas, you may want to stick around for this next segment, and you may want to find out more, specifically if you were in the Leawood area of Kansas, because an employee at a Kansas steakhouse has been accused of contaminating food for nearly a month. The employee's name is Jace Christian Hansen Mbop, 21 years old, arrested on suspicion of committing, I don't know what you exactly call this, but arrested on contaminating food between March 26th and April 23rd at the Heifer House, and that too, Heifer House Steakhouse. Apparently, he was contaminating the steak sauce with some of his own personal additions. It just says bodily fluids.
Pee-pee working.
Whatever. So in either case, if you were in that area and had some steak, then
the place is actually called the Heifer House?
That's what it's called. I mean, that's...
Remember Norm would always go to the Hungry Heifer on Cheers?
That's right. Yeah. So apparently the officials, for whatever this is worth, and I don't know why they included this in the story, officials have yet to publicly verify the type of bodily fluid that is suspected to be involved in the contamination. They said they've gotten at least 50 phone calls from people who said they ate there and wanted to know what the situation was. So
what is going to make you feel better?
I don't know. I guess it's just...
Well, as long as it's not that. I mean, I'll take a little pee-pee as long as it's not...
I'd rather not know.
Elmer's. Yeah, exactly right.
Whatever.
So the Johnson County District Attorney Stephen Howe said, we're asking the public to reach out so we can see the extent of the damage that was done. Yeah, and also probably recommend whatever tests need to be done, right? I'm sure if you've... Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that.
A lot of people are probably driving home and have some dinner.
Ribeye with a side of Elmer's.
That's right. Buckeye Show's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic causing a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and Bryce Road, and expect a 5-minute slowdown on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward, like banners, flyers, signs, and catalogs, some even same day. And now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Offer ends 6/1. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This action update is brought to you by Tipico. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Guardians open up a series with the Tigers today. Cleveland coming off 2 wins in a row. Are now 22-12 on the year and minus 125 on the money line today. Cleveland is plus 135 to win the AL Central, followed by the Twins at plus 150 and the Tigers at plus 550. For your Tipico action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Atlas Butler is built to keep you comfortable, and our plumbing services are no exception. You can rely on Atlas Butler for trusted, convenient plumbing and drain service. Our expert plumbers and drain specialists can take care of anything, from a broken water heater to a clogged drain. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Have you heard? Skyline now has nachos with a layer of queso blanco under that amazing Skyline chili and cheese. Try them straight up or get the deluxe nachos with lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and sour cream at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time.
Common Man here. Let me tell you about my new friends, Sell for 1% Realtors. This is a new company for me. They were interested in working with me, so they went for a CAT scan. When that passed, I needed to meet the family to see what they were all about, if they were a good fit. And when I say meet the family, I mean it. Sell for 1% is totally family run right here in Columbus. The premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your house for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. And they do everything you'd expect from the 6% people. This is full service, not a discount service. Here's how they do it. Technology has made the realtor's job easier, from taking photos to signing documents on your phone, but their prices have remained the same, even though the realtor's not putting in the same time they used to. Sell for 1% passes the savings on to you because they know you're going to be impressed with the service and then tell people about it. On average, customers save over $10,000 in commissions. I didn't know about these guys 10 years ago. Don't be stupid like me and pay more than you have to. If you're selling, give my guys a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pain, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Grab life by the chicken fingers and savor the day with hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.